You don't need a killer dragon for me. Ooh, I don't need no fairy tale.
All right. So we last left off. You guys had spent most of the session with Cobblepot and his curios. You decided that after a long time thinking about whether you should purchase anything at all, that you shouldn't, and you should just leave. And so you abandoned that adventure and continued southeasterly to return to Meadowfen on your path interior to the Humblewood. Yay!
We did learn that we learned things like we learned that the predator is commonly worshipped or looked upon way out west.
Did you learn that?
Yeah.
Or did you think about that?
We learned, and then we discovered that it was more common.
I thought we had
out
that in a
west,
conversation with some.
and then
that was-
made the
Either
connection.
the bartender.
So that was a thing that definitely came up, but it was something that I made the both of you roll for, and of course you both rolled 2s. So
Yep.
you out of character are well aware that there's probably a connection there. In character, you think like you might have an inkling because you know that they were very predatory. You know, like there's a big predator society to the west, and there is this creature called the Predator. But you, especially your two characters, don't know terribly much about him and his ways.
I know we had that meta conversation, but I'm pretty sure that somebody mentioned something out west. Either Cobblepot or the nice bartender.
Yes, Cobblepot definitely mentioned the city to the west and the predatory nature.
Right, and he said natural order, and he said, yeah, that's it. I'm pretty sure they put that
right.
together.
And then
he spent some time out there. Like they're all of the necessary dots were created and handed out last time, but you failed your checks to draw any lines.
Okay. Okay, so not that. Learned that there might be something good associated with your fingers turning black.
Yeah, maybe.
Cobblepot seems pretty happy and like a real stand-up dude.
He is a stand-up guy.
He was standing, I think.
Up even.
couldn't see for shit though.
He definitely could and could not see.
Yeah. He didn't want his vision back, so clearly he had traded it for something greater.
Indeed. He made some mysterious quips, I suppose you might say. Some of his lines were...
He told Ugly he had a burnt brain. It's
Yes.
fucking rude.
Burnt brain Ugla.
Like, he's heard bird brain before, but not burnt. Just crossed the line.
It's racist.
Indeed.
So racist.
What else? Maybe that's it.
That might have been it.
So we picked...
Oh, there was a big development. Not Willow. Lily ran off to try and save Roland.
Not
Indeed.
Willow.
Not Willow,
Yes.
but Lily.
And Lycus sent a message to her with ants.
Indeed. The ant line.
Yep.
Yes.
Instead of getting us information.
Instead of getting you information. Which is
Yep.
a silly thing to be like instead of when there were so many other offers that you all did not take. So
Yep. I agree with that.
I was one of the only people who made a trade.
in fact, he not
You
one
are.
of, he is you are the only person
Yes.
who made any trade of any kind. All right, so we pick up today on the way through the narrow plain kind of passage between Meadowfen and Cobblepot's Curios. It's about a full day's travel, given the distance, and you had set out on the morning to meet with Cobblepot. So you could come in, you could roll into Meadowfen after dark, or you could sleep a couple hours outside of Meadowfen and show up in the morning. What do you think, party?
So we just stroll right on in.
I think we trudged through the darkness a little while.
Given your recent issues with the dark.
Yep. Because
I mean,
people don't want to be.
we get night vision going on. It's Meadowfen, so the area around it can't be that dangerous. I think it'll be okay.
Unless one of
You
you
just
decides to
gave
sleepwalk
Randy
and start a fire.
Just
reason.
challenged him.
Dangerous.
Oh, Meadowfin's not so dangerous, is it? Well, you haven't met the Meadowfin badger that stalks the outskirts at night.
You awake, and Ugla's gone, and you see a fire in the distance. It looks like he set Meadowfin on fire. You're now enemies of everyone.
Yes.
Okay, so you push through. You arrive at Meadowfin 2.5 hours after sundown. Well into nighttime, but not so late that it's, like impinging upon your slumber. You stroll up, no major issues. Looks like, most of the travel out this way ends right about the time the sun goes down, so you don't see anyone, aside from maybe a person going from the stable to the inn, or just puking outside from too much, beer.
Let's get some dinner.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's get some dinner.
You head on in. Several of you have been here plenty of times, and you do get spotted by the barkeep behind the bar. Looks over as the sound of the door. Oh, hey! Phew! I was pretty sure you guys are dead.
No, we made it. Why'd you think we were dead?
That's good. There's been a lot of bandit activity lately.
Oh, are you saying the outskirts of Meadowfen are pretty dangerous?
No, not really out this way. But I heard tell they were, somewhere like pushing out as far as the Reach. So, it's only a matter of time.
Oh.
What do you mean pushing out from the Alderheart?
From the wood. I mean, Alderheart's a city. It's in the middle. There's a whole big old forest around it.
It's got them bandits in it?
Got a whole bunch of bandits in it. Well, I mean, they weren't always there. You see, there was, way back when, you look probably old enough, you'll probably remember, there used to be this big old bandit uprising, right? And,
oh, yeah.
And then,
oh, yeah.
they was called the, I had this name. The Bandit Coalition. Well, the Bandit Coalition, yep, they rose up and they was having their uprising and they was hurting folks and trying to take over land. But the Perch Guard, bless them on high, they protected us. And,
they slaughtered all of them like dogs.
That's right.
In the streets.
Killed many a bandit to protect us all. And we thought they was gone, but it seems they or somebody like them's back on the rise.
Man, this must be super recent.
This just like 4 or 5 days ago.
Wow.
Does anybody have any actual information on the bandits?
On them? That they it's just rumors.
Other
right?
than that, they exist.
They exist.
Well, besides that,
I hear they're operating out of the wood.
Are they bandits for any? Do we know why they're bandits? Like their philosophy, or are they attacking people just because they want to loot them? Or
they're bandits. You break the law. You steal things. You hurt people because it gets you money or brings you jobs.
Well, I don't know about all that. I mean, I reckon there are some people who are just, being mean to be mean. But, I hear tell that there's an awful lot of refugees up in Alderheart these days, and they ain't letting them all in. And, well, if you ain't got no food, and you ain't got no home, and you ain't got no job, well, you got to get two of them things, and sometimes the only way you can get them is to take them.
There's only so many mushrooms to pick.
That's right. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of them their refugees had turned to banditry. Now that's not to say that there ain't regular ass bandits, encouraging them to their misdeeds, but
Any clues as to what's driving the surge in refugee population?
fire. Y'all ain't heard about the fires?
My goodness. Where?
Oh, what you mean? Where I can't, y'all been out the loop for a while, ain't you?
4 days, I suppose.
Huh. I guess we don't get just a whole lot of news about the interior wood out here. I want to say last 3 months or so, there's been problems with scorchlings and the fire ooze making their ways outside the grove and venturing inside the wood.
What?
What about the tenders? They're not fighting that off?
I guess maybe there's just too many of them.
Are there any tenders here in Meadowfen?
No, we don't ever get no tenders. I mean, maybe like once a year, but pretty rare.
Do you know where the nearest chapter is? Would it be? Are there any? Well, actually, we know. It's Ashboro. Are there any in Winnowing Reach?
In the reach? I mean, maybe. Like tenders. They're not real big on cities.
What about the swamp down south? Are there any tenders out there?
In mock fields, yeah, I'm sure there's a circle down there somewhere, but good luck finding them.
You think anybody in town might know where they are?
Here in Meadowfen?
Yeah. Anybody real well informed on tender business?
Tender? No, I wouldn't say nobody's real well informed on tender business, but tenders.
Are there any settlements in the mock fields that we might be able to poke around and see if they know any?
There's swamp villages down there. And
What's the biggest, most profitable, boisterous swamp village of them all?
There ain't really like a village. Like that'd be called. We'd call that a town. Villages are just like places people happen to live near each other. And a lot of times those are family groups. If for being real honest.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Like if you head south and you skirt the caverns on the east side, normally you'll bump into at least one of the villages or the families, but in general, I wouldn't say that you're gonna ever find something like a full-on town in the mock fields.
I hear you. Anybody in Meadowfen have a good bit of experience with the swamps? Maybe could be hired on as a guide, or maybe just spoke.
Oh,
Got to be some people that retired up here, right?
nobody retires in Meadowfen except me. I mean, we're a way stop. Like if you want somebody like that, you probably have to head over to the Reach.
Yeah, not a big fan of the Reach these days.
Wonder why.
Oh, it's personal.
Just changed.
Yeah,
Just changed.
just not the same. Your friends get older, they all move away, disappear. Kind of makes you feel sad to go.
Yeah, I've been there.
I don't agree with that at all.
My family's lovely.
That's because you have no friends.
Ooh,
I have an entire family of friends.
Damn.
Thank you very much.
Your family doesn't
I'm her
count.
friend.
Thank you, Lycus. I'm glad one of you is actually smart.
Oh,
smart.
I'm sorry.
Cunning.
Did I say that? I didn't mean. That was very out of character for me.
Well, better be.
I just got the strangest voice in the back of my head that compelled me to say it. I didn't mean it.
Your burnt brain?
Excuse me.
That's correct. You have a burnt brain.
Ugla takes a
voices on your
long,
head, burnt
deep
brain.
inhale. Does he smell any ash?
Taking it quite literally there.
No, you don't smell any ash.
Y'all are rude.
Takes one to know one.
Wait, I mean, sliver of truth in every joke or what. I mean, that guy did say I had a burnt brain. You think it's possible?
I mean, we really don't know what's truly possible at this point, but I'm not ruling it out.
I mean, got these weird
I'm at
fingers,
the top.
starting
Exactly.
fires in my sleep.
Right.
I do think about fire a lot. Maybe I
mean,
do.
You do
If
start
things are
fires in your
burning
sleep
up in
too.
your brain and they're burning, would you know they're
My what's in my brain?
if things were burning in your brain or you had fire in your brain, would you know you had fire in your
Are we talking literally fire?
Is this like a riddle about bird cancer?
I don't really know. I sure hope not.
I hope not too.
uh,
I
Could
think
be
he's thinking
H5N1.
Saturmania.
Could be the H5N1.
wait, that Randy made that something in game. I don't remember what it was.
Yes,
That
it
was a
was
plague
from
alarm.
it was
Right.
Cobblepot.
Yeah, Cobblepot was
Yep.
talking about an old plague.
Yeah. But that's not what we have because the bastard had the same thing I had. He just didn't want to tell me without gaining something back.
Well,
No fellowship among
Just a
burnt
merchant.
brains, apparently.
Just trying to do his merchantly duties.
That's right. He's gotta survive. Okay. Gotta make a
Or
living.
he's got to serve.
I don't think he's serving anybody of himself. He didn't seem like the kind of guy to serve anybody else.
Oh, he was definitely serving some kind of demon or something shitty.
Predator.
Maybe the predator.
I don't think so.
That's why he what? He
I had a
sacrificed
real-
his vision. What do you mean?
Yeah, I had a real bad feeling about that guy and all his trades and contracts and stuff. That's demon talk. Couldn't trust that guy as far as I could throw him. And he's old. I could throw him pretty far.
But he would probably do a backflip and not fall at all. Like, you wouldn't do anything to that guy because.
Oh, I'm sure he could have murdered all of us. There's something super weird about him. And if anything about those weird ones, they always got some kind of crazy magic up their sleeve.
You don't become a curio dealer without at least one safety.
It's
Without
true.
a backup plan.
Oh man, for the amount of valuable stuff he had in his shop, he had to have some special way of just blowing people away, or he would have been looted a long time.
What valuable stuff?
Or maybe he was just
The
a big old
salamanders.
liar pants.
I-
You never
I-
know.
Or saw the geckos.
At no point
He-
during those 90 minutes
he
did you
didn't
see a
say he had
single
anything.
wear of his.
He even told me that
did. I
like
bought-
it was
I bought the
somewhere
balm.
else. Like my instruments.
Oh
that
yes,
I
that's true.
inquired About,
You did
like,
buy some balm. He told you about a bunch of shit,
yeah,
but never did
exactly.
he was like, "Look at my wares. Here they are."
Yeah, so we got two things. We got the ant messenger and we got the bomb.
That's it.
I
There you
mean,
go.
it only took an hour, right? But we got things.
Well, we got the bomb. Minute
The bomb?
three.
yeah,
was key.
the balm was like 2 minutes into the interaction.
To be fair, though, without the bomb, and even with the bomb, maybe we might just get totally fucked. Like the what infestation? Shit, what's it called? Corruption. Like the corruption,
Fire
man.
corruption.
That's pretty serious. Shit.
True.
Yeah, that's the reason why I bought 6 of them. I don't know how many more you had, but
I think
I didn't want to spend the rest of my gold on it.
We had 2 containers, and I think we had another 2 servings in the one you had. So I
You-
think,
you have 7
we had one in
applications
there?
total.
Yeah, I got 7
7.
applications now.
and we know where his dumbass is. If we need. Oh wait, wasn't the actual guy who owned it was heading south? Hey,
The
barkeep.
the merchant who had fled Ashbarrow had headed south.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute.
I can't remember
Do
his
we
name.
want to go find that guy?
He
and
might
then-
be here. Let's ask the
make-
bartender.
Yeah.
Hey, Stanley. Have you seen any merchants come to town from Ashboro recently?
Ash-
Look,
Ashbarrow
yeah.
a
Would
friend of
look
ours
a little
got run out.
flogged.
looking a little Oh, you know, I did see one poor sap looking like he got beaten 8 ways to Sunday.
Maybe he got here a day or two ago.
Yep.
He's still around.
Nope.
You know where he was headed?
I think he's headed for the Reach.
Oh yeah. Huh.
Said
I
something
guess-
about starting over. This time, no lizards.
Oh, do you like lizards?
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm
not many
a
people do.
spider kind of guy.
Hmm.
I like that. I respect that.
No respect at all. No.
Uh,
Spiders are weird.
Does anyone have a naturally high insight or just a high wisdom?
Hold on.
I think that would fall to probably.
I'm assuming that has to be Genra, if
Right,
it's
yeah.
anyone.
Yeah.
I have proficiency in insight, but it's not high.
Yeah.
Is it like a 3 or a 4?
Genra's got a
Yeah,
4.
it's a 3.
I have
And
a 4.
yeah, 4 and 3. That's okay.
Okay.
When he said he's a spider guy, he's trying to act tough. He probably doesn't own any spiders.
Got it.
He's probably a ducklings guy.
Yeah, I mean, he did retire to Meadowfen.
He did.
Interesting.
Okay. So anything else in your Meadowfen adventure times?
Nope, I'm ready to go to sleep and
What's the restaurant and bar look like? How many people we got?
Six.
Nice.
Populous
Any of-
evening.
Any of them look like they? I don't know if there's like traditional swamp garb. Any of them look like they could be from the swamp?
Sure.
Ooh.
One of them.
All right, I'm gonna mosey on up to that guy. Oh, so I'm gonna actually first trying to make a good impression. Can I tell what he's drinking?
Whale.
Guess I could ask Stanley.
You could ask Stanley.
Hey Stanley, what's that swamp dwelling looking guy over there drinking?
Oh, old Swampy.
Yeah.
He drank Swamp Bach.
Could you send him one more on me?
Oh, we don't make Swamp Bach. He brings it.
My God, a true swamper.
If you reckon drinking moldy swamp water is true, I guess so.
You can take the swamper out of the swamp, but you can't take the swamp bog out of the swampy.
Yep. That's what to say.
Well, I think I'm gonna go give it a shot. Do you have any insight or info on him? Anything he hates or likes?
He likes Swamp Bach.
Yeah.
He hates Swamper Clear.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he ain't got no teeth.
Okay. So that sounds like everybody I ever met in the swamp.
Yep.
Okay, guys, I might need your help with this, but I'm gonna try to talk to him.
Good luck.
Why would you need our help?
I don't know. I've had a crisis of confidence recently.
Look,
I feel like I've been
puff
making
up your feathers, get brush them back a little bit. You'll be fine.
You know what? You're right. I think I'll be okay. I'm feeling real big and tough right now. I can get the
You
energy
are
going.
big and tough. You are the biggest, toughest bird I know.
Gemma thinks about inspiring him,
But then
want
doesn't.
to.
All right, I got this. We're gonna learn a lot about the swamp tonight.
Okay.
We'll see.
Ugla walks over to Swampy.
All right. Old Swampy is a moose, which makes him part of the Servan race.
This will makes him a large creature, right?
He's hella big.
Yeah.
He's
There goes my game plan.
He's got one down-facing antler, and you're not sure if he actually doesn't have teeth or if his teeth are just the same color as his gums. Either way, it's black on the inside in there.
Yeah.
Well,
Good
that
evening,
information-
friend. Is this seat taken?
There you go.
I'm intrigued by this character. I also go
Okay.
sit down at the table with him.
So I'll go ahead and take a seat. I tried to buy you a beer, but you're drinking the old swamp bock. Anything around here you like?
He likes bourbon.
Kaba.
That's all.
Yeah.
Hmm. So they call you Swampy. I know I haven't run in.
Oh, Wampy.
You from the swamp?
Yeah.
You from nearby in the swamp?
Yeah.
A little further south.
Yeah.
Do you know the swamp area pretty well?
Oh, Wampy no baby.
Hmm. That's like you are exactly the man I'm looking for. In fact, I think Altus put you in my path
Ouch.
specifically to meet you and talk to you tonight.
I ain't know how to buy you.
Yeah, Altus is my buddy. It's okay.
I ain't know how to buy you.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're looking to go seek out the tenders of the swamp. You know where they might live, or?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
but-
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cool. Would you have any interest in being a guide for us to help us find them?
Guy.
Yeah, just walk us to it, hang back, tell us some stories, go on a little journey, and we give you some gold.
No.
Mm-hmm. In
Mm.
fact, we give you half when we set out, and half when we get to the tenders.
Bingo.
10?
Bing.
Holds up 10 fingers. 10?
Bing.
All right. 5.
2. I hold up 2.
Fing.
2.
Fingo.
I'm gonna take out a quill and paper. So I'm gonna write down a note. Oh, this is bad. More or less than this.
Guy. He drinks a whole lot, expecting this to improve his vision. Fingo.
Okay. So we're gonna take off in the morning. Would you be willing? Okay, this is it. This is gonna be great. Is there any? You have any requests? Anything to make the travels a little easier? I got a bedroll you can sleep on. Any like special gear? Anything you need?
He belches. Everyone at the table needs to make a Constitution save.
Ooh,
Hell yeah.
I'm leaning in close. It might be disadvantaged.
I'll make yours a little harder. Okay. You got him thinking, and if this were a cartoon, he'd start having smoke come out his ears, and then some of that smoke burbles up and just onto the table, and you feel like you can see it kind of roll out of his mouth and across the table towards your faces.
Maybe the alcohol fumes are visible in the air.
But yeah, it just kind of like gaseously gurgles across the table and just slaps you across the face, and you find yourself struggling to not cough and look like a sissy. What do you do?
You just pause and try to maintain my composure and reformalize myself.
I say, I'll see you in the morning, good sir. See you then.
You quickly but calmly walk away and then hack up a lung outside of sight.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'll walk back in. See you at breakfast, Swampy.
Old Wampy.
And then I'm gonna go over to the bartender and lean in real close. What time does he normally wake up?
About 2 hours ago.
Oh, nighttime kind of guy?
Nope. No time kind of guy.
Oh, he's just real sleepy usually.
Nope.
I don't know what this means.
All
Can
right.
you be more blunt?
Old Swampy, well, he don't. I mean, he sleep when he sleep, and he's awake when he's awake. But when he's awake.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get him to guide us through the swamps. You ever do
Okay.
any traveling?
No, he ain't left here in like 18 months.
Oh man, yeah. This'll be really good for him to get out there and stretch his legs.
If they don't fall off.
Yep. This'll be good. If you were in my shoes, maybe we put him on a cart. Is there a cart we can rent?
If I was in your shoes, I wouldn't be going into the swamps.
Are they dangerous?
Yeah.
Even with a trusted, super intelligent guide like Swampy?
You just said a lot of oxymorons in the same sentence, boy.
I mean, look at him. Like
I'm looking.
you don't get to be that age without knowing some things, right?
That's true, but you done. But by the time you're that age, you also forgot all them things.
I'm hoping it's like a seeing eye dog where you just get them on the trail and they just get going on their own, just the instincts kick.
I'm hoping to see you again.
So what's so dangerous about the swamps?
Well, the Mock Fields is kind of the primary location that the slime trade profiteers out of. So, there's the slimes, some of which can be mild mannered and plenty of which can be deadly. And then there's the slime wranglers, which don't take kindly to people muscling in on their turf. And then, of course, assuming you avoid both of those, there's the fucking swampies, and they're crazy as hell.
But, old Swampy's going to be buds with them, right? Or do you think they ran him out of town?
Fuck, I don't know Swampy's backstory.
You said he's been here 18 months. You never talked to him? I guess he's kind of hard to talk
Did
to.
you talk to him?
I mean, a little.
Are you
Mainly
sure?
broke to my face.
Are you sure that's what happened? Or did you imagine a conversation and he made noises at a table?
I mean, I talked and he responded,
Right.
and I shook my head and nodded, and I think we agreed to. He agreed to be our guy.
So you had a conversation that any 4-month-old could have, and you decided it meant something. Got it.
Does he have any family? Anybody? It's just no.
Did I mention that I don't
Oh,
know
here we go.
old Swampy's backstory?
18 months. We got this. He's been here 18 months. Has anyone else tried to talk to him or be friends with him or anything?
Oh yeah, lots of people try. Lots of young, adventurous types. Sometimes they're like, kind of like medium height fellers, big puffy feathers and shit, talking about gods. Other time, they're other dumbasses.
Okay, what about these other dumbasses? Have any of them had any success?
Well, there's this one of them. He's this other medium height feller. Had a bow, wore some armor, didn't work. His name is Rezik. Oh wait, that's your friend. Y'all both dumbasses.
I feel like we need a guide for the guide.
I feel like you probably be better off without a guide or not going in a swamp.
We want to head to Alderhard.
I mean, so I'm thinking, and I'm just going to say this out loud so anybody can hear it. It should be fine. With the tinders being corrupt in Ashboro and the fires going out of control in the rest of the woods, I'm trying to find us some tinders that might be insulated from that insanity. And I don't think we can trust anybody in Winnowing Reach. So my hope was that whatever tinders are down in the swamp might still be some of the good guys. That's all.
Do you think that any of the tenders are good and not all of them are corrupt?
That's what I'm hoping.
Are there any tenders that are in the Mock Fields?
Yeah. Supposedly there are.
Suppose I don't really want to go to the Mock Fields on a supposedly.
Stanley, you wouldn't lie to me, right? There's tinders out in the swamp.
I think so.
See, he thinks so.
All right,
Sure.
let's go to Alderhard. Let's just keep. Let's go east.
All right, I'm gonna have to kill them bandits
And
go through Winnowing Reach. Maybe.
And
Yeah, I can get that guy to teach me how to make the bomb from a lizard.
I've heard Marshview is beautiful.
It wasn't pretty the last time we were there.
I ain't never been to Marshview. But maybe we can kill some slimes and sell their slime oozes and stuff. Like we can still do things. We don't have to go straight to the bandits. Or maybe we do. Okay, let's take a vote. Who wants to go to the swamp? Who wants to go straight to Alderheart and the band? Stanley, you can vote too.
I vote stay in Medicine. Spend your money.
Okay, there's one for stay in Meadowfen. Maybe we could just stay here too. Set up some businesses, hang out. Shit, I could start a local chapter of the Followers of Altus.
You know, with the
And campaign and
with the bandits expanding, we could set up some walls, make ourselves a proper town.
You know, maybe we should.
Maybe.
Anybody in?
Genra tunes back into the conversation for the first time in half an hour. Oh, I'm actually here in this universe again. Yes.
Stanley, y'all got a town mayor?
We ain't a town, so we don't need no mayor.
Oh man, ever had an election?
Nope.
Okay.
I think there's some sort of rule that you got to have like 30 people living here year round before you get a mayor.
And how many people live here right now?
3.
3? It's that small? How is this even on the map?
We're a way station.
It's just this building, and
It's a big ass
Lycus's
inn,
building,
and a small merchant's, multi-purpose, and a stable.
and only one person in each of those buildings.
No,
I lived
all
here
three
for
of
a year.
All 3 of them live in this building. Nobody lives in
Huh.
them buildings.
I lived in that building.
Well, you did, but you were an oddity.
Yeah, I am an oddity.
See?
You're just saying that because he wouldn't pay you for a room.
I didn't need him to pay me for a room. He generated money from his business.
That's true. You called him odd, but that's rude.
Well,
There's no mayor, so there's no taxes.
That's right.
So I guess you're the mayor of the town, Stanley.
Ain't no town, Ugly.
You got to believe in yourself. gotta
Ugly, you got
believe
to
that.
believe I'm about to kick your ass.
Okay.
I said we go to Winnowing Reach and then we head to Outer Heart. I prefer to go to the Avium first, but
I
I just don't want to see my family.
think Genra agrees with that.
All right.
All right.
Isaac and Genra vote to go east.
Ugly retires from the party to build a wall around Meadowfen and protect.
To become the mayor of Meadowfen.
He's
Build
found
that
his
wall.
true calling. All right, cool. Let's get some sleep. We'll head out in the morning. We'll wake up before Swampy and just sleep.
Don't
He
you worry
probably
about
didn't
that.
understand me anyway, right? Stanley, if he's upset and I actually did hire him as a guide, and you see him looking around in the morning after we've already left. Let me check my purse real quick.
Do I have any monies?
I have 5. All right. Here's 2. Give him these if he's really upset. If he doesn't even notice and just doesn't care and he's just his normal self, then hold them for us until next time.
I'm sure he'll wake up and he'll want them.
I know, Tugla. Or, I mean, you could just go give them to him because we owe him half now anyways.
I feel like he'd drink himself to death if I just gave him 2 gold. I kind of want to make it a challenge for him to actually wake up and be motivated.
You don't know how much alcohol he's got with him.
I'm gonna say he doesn't buy from the bar though. He brings all his own.
Right.
You know what? Forget that. This is stupid. I'm just going to go tell him. I'll walk over there. Swampy, I tried real hard and I was really excited about going to the swamp, but the rest of my group said it was a terrible idea and we're not going. I know you would have been a great guide, though.
Oh, wow, man.
I know. I tell you what, we've already been in the Meadowfen 3 times. When we come back next time, We're gonna have an adventure. I'm point right back at him. Keep it swampy, old friend.
Old Bobby.
All right, and then walk away.
Okay.
He took it really hard, Stanley. Oh Lord.
Yeah, he looked like he took it hard.
He did, yeah. Just crushed him. But yeah, I'm going to bed. Thanks for all your help. You're a great friend.
Sleep well.
Thank you.
All right. A bedtime is had. Slump joins us and then leaves us, and morning arrives.
Good morning.
Hey, Lycus, how's it going?
I feel like I could sing. Not this
Go
morning.
for
I
it.
need some oatmeal first.
That'd be nice. You want to check in with your buddies you left that use the shop while we were gone?
Oh yeah, let's see if what they've made of it so far.
Who knows?
I go there with them. If the entire party isn't going, I'm going to go there with them just to see if there's anybody else they're trading.
Okay. You guys head over to the multi-purpose room. There's no one at the forge at the moment. There is what looks to be maybe a traveling salesman of some kind, though their wares, if they have any wares, it's not much. They've got like a large pack, and that's all. No cart, nothing else. You walk into the multi-purpose building. Looks like they are maybe a tinkerer or something like that. Maybe they repair tools and create knickknacks.
You got a sensitive microphone tonight.
Sorry, I turned it down, but I will turn it up. I apologize. There we go. That should be better.
So that's in there. Looks like your forge has seen some use like this, though probably not regularly.
Okay.
You got anything you want to take with us?
Let's see. What did I leave here?
Ah, yes,
last
those
time?
other 9,000 ball bearings I left here.
Ah, yes, the more bags of ball bearing.
Could be useful.
What the heck?
I throw them in my bag of holding.
Okay.
Take a look around. Put up a. I'm guys. While I'm here, I'm gonna do a quick little thing, and I'll see if anyone actually. It'd be nice if somebody were to do it, but let me put up a little box here. And he's gonna put up. Like this is gonna take about 30 minutes to put up a box with a hole cut in the top of it.
Okay.
For forge daily use rates, and make a sign above it
I see.
of like, huh?
You're hoping somebody's just gonna leave money and it'll still be here when you get back.
It'll still be there when he gets back. Yes.
All right. We'll have to see how that goes.
Yep. Yeah, 3 gold for the day. That's
3 gold for a day. Damn. This is a very expensive forge.
oh, it's a very expensive forge. Okay, fine. 2 gold for the. What is the normal rate for it anyway?
Remember that a gold is like a month's worth of food.
Okay, so we're talking like silver.
Yeah, like you could probably rent a forge. You could probably rent time at a forge for a single silver, assuming the actual forge owner or forge master had time or space.
Right.
And if you needed materials and tools, you could pay for those as well.
All right, so for like 2 silver for a day,
Okay.
and then we'll hope and see if anyone actually paid.
Maybe you
using
could
the
like
board.
bolt down the can and then put a locking mechanism on it so only we can get to.
That seems like a lot of trouble. I mean, it's a box that's put together with a slit in top just seems just.
All right.
So I put the suggestion box of 2 silvers.
There you go.
Meanwhile, during this, I'm going to talk to the merchant or the traveling salesman.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to him. I'm like, hey, how's it going? I just want to see if maybe you're a little interested in a trade, or if you had anything to sell, or if you're looking to buy anything.
Well, I repair tools. I sell tools. So I get by mostly on, not much, I suppose. In my spare time, I make knickknacks, and sometimes I sell those to children or their families, of course. Do you have any children?
Nope.
Do you need any tools repaired?
Nope.
Then I don't think I have any business for you.
But maybe I can interest you in something that's I've never seen before until now. And well, obviously not until now, but until I stumbled across this.
Ah, you have some sort of rare oddity.
Yes.
Well, I might be interested. What have you got?
Would you be interested in some arrowheads that are made from sky metal?
Sky metal. Now that is rare. I have heard such things. How many would you be willing to part with?
I'm be willing to part with 5 to 10, depending on the price.
I will give you 5 gold for 10 sky metal arrowheads.
It was a lot of work in that sky metal. I don't know if that would be. Let's go 7 gold for 10.
I can give you 5 gold and some colorful knickknacks for your next sale. But I'm afraid 5 gold is all the spending money I own.
Oh well, I'll say that rolls out the next oddity that I was gonna try and offer you, but no, I think I'm good. I think I will not be parting with 10 of them.
Well, all right.
How about 5 for
2.5
3
gold.
gold? Three gold. Yeah,
Well,
3 gold.
now you're changing the price on me, sir. I was offering you half a silver each, and now you've upped the price. I don't think I'm interested. Thank you, though.
Okay, well, you have a wonderful day, sir.
You too.
How big is this room?
I don't know, maybe 20 feet long, 15 deep. It's pretty large as far as rooms go, but not exactly like a whole house of building or something.
Do you think Lycus was able to hear their conversation?
I'm sure if he's not doing something, he's only 15 feet away.
Right.
Lycus is frowning. He's beating his box together with a mallet and frowning.
Do I need? Can I question? What would I notice that, or do I need to
No,
roll?
you're not facing each other. You're talking to a guy, and he's over there.
Okay.
He just his disappointment is palpable.
I just wanted to know if I could tell. Is all.
Nah.
Okay. All right.
It sees through the room.
Okay, I'm gonna head back to the inn and get Genra. I'll meet you guys outside when you finish up.
Okay.
Hey, Genra, ready to go?
Sure, where are we going?
East.
Oh, lovely. Are we going back to Winnowing Reach, or are we going to Aldermont?
Oh yeah,
Or the
we're
Abbey?
going back to Winnowing Reach.
Oh, lovely. Sure. Let's go.
Let's we'll see if it's more or less winnowing than last time we were there. A lot's changed.
I'm sure it's just the same as we left it.
Maybe it burnt down. This place is crazy.
Yes.
Well,
Crazy.
guys are over at the shop. Let's go meet up and head out.
Fair enough. Let's carry on.
Put the box together. There's no hinges. It's just a box.
Okay. You've got a
So
metal welded box and a slit in the center, approximately the size of coinage.
mm-hmm. All right, I'm done. I'm gonna get 0 money through
Who knows? Maybe you'll even lose a box.
Right. If you didn't bolt it down.
So, how would if you guys are if you guys are in need of additional cash, Resic. Oh, where did Ugly go? Oh, Resic. If you're in need of additional cash, you could just we can find other opportunities in order to get you some spending coin.
Are we still in the trade area? I'll talk to you about that once we get outside.
Okay, well,
I'll-
I imagine that
I'll-
there'll be more opportunities once we get into the forest proper, or alternatively, maybe there's some bandits who have a camp who we could go plunder because if they're stealing from somebody, taking from them, so that we can put it back into service, and so it's not sitting in somebody's treasure chest for a long time, we'll do a lot of people a lot of good.
Yeah, that actually sounds like a good time to me. I'm ready to.
All right, well, there you go. I'm full of wonderful ideas and wonderful plans.
You are rather cunning.
All right, thank you.
All right.
So we'll meet up with the others, I guess.
So you begin your travel eastward.
While we're traveling, I bring up that again. So, Lycus, I know that you've been keeping your distance from me because of this lizard. I was actually just trying to see if this guy, I was just trying to barter with him to see what all he had and then how much gold he had, so that way we could try and get rid of this lizard for more than I bought it for.
You should just get rid of it.
Oh, okay. Let me just let it out of this jar.
No! As Lycus is now 20 feet that way.
Oh, okay. I didn't. I just don't want to leave the creature in the jar without accompaniment. Come on.
I'm scared.
I'm sorry. I was just trying to get rid of it so that way you wouldn't be worried about it. I do apologize. I wasn't just trying to sell the gift away just for gold. That's the reason why I upped the price more than.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'd also be really careful who you show it to. It might actually be illegal to have that in the Great Forest.
That's the reason why I was kind of cautious about it.
Yeah.
I didn't
Maybe
wanna
we
just
can
outright-
unload it in Winnowing Reach somewhere before we head in.
It could be used as a secret weapon, no?
just
Yeah,
pop
but
the
I
top
kinda
off
get
and
the
put it on
feeling
somebody's
that-
chest.
Unleash a fire corrupted creature into the forest and.
Well, not necessarily in the forest, but in a desperate time, you just it's a bit of a safety measure, just
I
pop
mean,
it out and say, look.
All right, let's
could.
go on, and he's keeping like 10 feet distance.
We could, but the way things go in this world, and I just kind of feel like it would get away and cause dire and terrible consequences that we'd have to face down the road. So maybe we
I know
shouldn't do that.
Little lizard in the jar isn't the one setting fires at night as we sleep, so
I mean, at least that's me. We let this lizard get out, and
is it you?
4
though,
months from now, there might be a
doing
whole
it?
army of corrupted animals.
Yeah, but if he gets out, I'll just shoot him with an arrow.
That's
It's
exactly
pretty quick.
right. We could easily crush a small lizard with something.
Maybe we should just kill it.
What? No, we're not gonna kill
Not jump to
Fred.
conclusions.
I mean, it's suffering, and it's trapped, and it's probably illegal to have it. Maybe we should. Is
Okay,
it really worth 7 gold to care about it like that?
Well, what happens if we run across these other 2 guys that were with Lily? They say, well, what proof do you have that you know about the corruption and that you've seen it firsthand or anything like that?
Well, we can just say we were in Ash Barrow and we saw all them crazy critters out in the Scorched Grove.
Would you believe it that Lily and Pontus were having an affair? We're having a little bit of a relationship with one another. Let's move right on. We have everything we need to talk.
I'm keeping it.
Okay.
It's my lizard, and I'm keeping it.
He's my pet. He's Fred. He already has a name.
His
He
name
does
is
have
I
a
wasn't
name.
even gonna name him,
and
but
we'll move
you
on.
wanted to name him.
No,
I
he
was like-
chose his name. He said his name was Fred.
I wasn't gonna give him a name.
It definitely
I
wasn't
wasn't-
corrupty. That's for sure.
Swampy
Maybe we can cure him. We can keep him as a test subject for that.
A test subject?
Yeah, in case there's a possible cure for the corruption, we can try it on him.
So you're just going to accept this being that you just wanted to cast away or kill to
I mean, if you
Torture.
were a mindless, if you were mindless and on fire all the time, and your whole life was torture and pain, I'm pretty sure death would be a pretty sweet mercy.
Kendra, have you even seen my lizard?
I have not, and I'm actually not
Oh, give her a show. her.
As soon as you say not, I'm already pulling it out of my
Yeah.
bag.
it's just this
And I'm just like, here, and I toss it to you.
Oh, this jar is quite warm. I'm just juggling it between my
The
two
euphemisms
feathers.
being ignored here are stellar.
Yes.
So he pulls
Yes,
out this large glass jar that has a full-grown gecko inside. That's got all the fire corruption vein lines that are all glowy. And the moment he pulls it out of the jar, you can see it actively attacking his hand on the glass side, and he throws it at you.
I thought you were gonna make him roll dex or something there.
Nah.
Thank
Cameron
God.
would definitely catch it.
That's what I was kind of hoping
Hand-eye
for.
coordination.
Genra snags the
musician.
jar, and it's now attacking with the side where Genra's hand is, and it's there.
It's definitely not the most adorable creature, but it's not
What?
bad.
He's amazing.
Who is calling me?
The lizard.
I know. Normally I wouldn't care, but it's actually from San Francisco, so I'm like, maybe it's somebody here? I don't know. They can leave a voicemail. They won't. Anyway,
Let's keep marching.
here, Rustic, you can have this back. And she chucks it at him.
She throws it at him as hard as she
she,
can.
she doesn't toss it this time. She throws it.
Yes. So,
Luckily, Resik is extremely dexterous, and he snags it out of the air.
Mm-hmm.
and I just put him back away.
So are we going to go to Winnering Reach now?
Yeah.
Oh, we were already walking that way.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Lycus is hiding behind a bush right now.
Lycus, time to go.
It's okay. He put it away, Lycus.
Lycus picks up the bush and starts walking forward with.
Oh, you make a friend?
Huh?
Bush?
Bush is a friend, but that's a unique. You know, I don't have any rock or plant friends. This is just a.
Hmm. I'm just gonna bring it with us.
Yes, a quite large bush. Yes.
Okay. You never know if you're gonna need a bush. A way to be prepared. I like this approach. In fact, the rest of you should probably grab bushes too. You never know.
You
I'm fairly
have
stealthy. I don't
lost
think I need a
it.
bush.
I don't think we need bushes, but if Lycus wants to carry one, then who am I to tell no? So let's
I mean,
just keep trucking forward, and
At this point, I feel like everybody has a bush or a lizard but me.
you are.
And you're a slime.
Oh. How dare you? I would have definitely shown my true slimitude at this point.
All right, I'm putting this bush down. We're just gonna walk. I'm done. I'm done. We're great. We're friends. Fa la 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 la. You all are wonderful. Thank you, and we're going.
I think you're wonderful too. It's so nice to hear people expressing themselves open. You're a good guy like us.
Why, thank you.
Confronted with the guy with the fried brain here.
I have to make a call.
Oh, it was someone
Okay.
important. All right, so you guys don't make any purchases, and you move on to the east. It's a day and a half to the Reach, and if you plan to go inside the Reach, we'll run that. Otherwise, you can certainly go around the Reach.
We're going around,
almost. Okay.
like his votes to go around, around like it's a circle.
If she could hear us, I would imagine Genma would like to stop in the Reach.
I would also like to stop in the Reach, see if
All right.
the guy
So
that
we're
was
stopping
flogged
in the
was
Reach.
there. Yeah.
I mean, some of you could stay outside if you wanted.
Yeah.
I'll go to the Temple of Altus, and I'll try and be stealthy getting there because I got a bad feeling about that new mayor.
Are you gonna wear your armor?
Yeah. So basically, Strigg has an advantage on stealth in the woods. I guess that wouldn't count as in the town in the
I was
woods.
gonna say, but it does. Like, what are you? You have a chest. You have a chest plate, right?
Heavy armor should be disadvantage. Yeah.
I would be.
Hmm. Okay, I have advantage in a forest. Walking into this town, which happens to be in a forest. No, it's actually outside, but yeah, I have disadvantage on stealth. Okay. I'll try and stealthily get to the temple though. Once we.
So you're gonna try and sneak through the Reach to the Temple of Altus?
Pretty much, not like fucking. I don't know, Metal Gear Solid or anything like that, but trying not to be noticed, which would effectively be the same role, right?
Yeah, for you.
Okay.
You're gonna try and nonchalantly stroll through the town, not directly through large crowds.
Yes, avoiding large crowds and areas near the like municipal area, like the mayor and town hall and stuff.
Sure.
That kind.
All right. You don't need to roll disadvantage. This is like you're not trying to be especially stealthy, but you can go ahead and roll stealth for your kind of general social stealthiness. Oh, good, of course.
Yes.
As is tradition.
Holy shit.
So you try and go out of you avoid the market. You kind of skirt the town edge. What you didn't know was that one of the local Gerbine families was having a birthday for their octuplets this night, and you think you're being extra stealthy, so you like go around a fence to try and like not even go into the normal place where the lights are, and you end up in the backyard of this Gerbine family. There's like 30 Gerbine all celebrating and having a birthday party, and you just kind of like stumble into a birthday party full of mice people, and the whole party, like you got that TV fucking screeching to a and then they all just look at you.
Are there like streamers and balloons and stuff? It's clear it's a birthday.
It's obviously a birthday party.
All right. I'll be quite surprised when I get there. Then I look around and go, "Oh, happy birthday!"
And they party and stuff. And they go on, and the children are just like, all right, that's good enough for me. The parents are like, hello, sir, can I help you?
Oh, I was just on my way to the Temple of Altus. Is that near here? I don't get in town very often.
Yeah, it's you probably like right over there, maybe 10 minutes.
Down that road right over there?
Yep, if you just avoid slipping through fences and walking into people's backyards, you will probably get there nice and quick.
Is there any way I could walk to the other side of your yard and go over the fence?
No.
Are you sure?
Sir, we'd appreciate it if you left.
You sure I can't just hop over the fence?
I mean,
He
sir,
says, puffing himself up a little bit.
I mean, like, none of them look like they can stop you, but they're homeowners in their own home, so they think they have the high ground here, and they're like, sir, we would appreciate it if you left.
Okay. Today's a good day. I'll go back that way. Happy birthday. Wish him all the best. See you.
Okay.
Ugla fights back his demons of his past
I see.
to continue to be a good person and leave.
Yes.
Despite having the ability and wanting to use it,
He takes
thinks
the
that
high road. Pepper, how was your call? Was it
I
very,
just
was it very
left a
important?
nice little paragraph for you guys.
Oh, you
It was
did?
weird. Okay, like just imagine you're on the phone with somebody who you think would be a customer at Walmart. That type of person is actually the person that called you from their cell phone, not telling you, anything official that they're from Walmart.
a Walmart,
like,
just your average Walmartian talking to you.
Yeah, I guess. And they were like, "Yeah, are you gonna come pick up your order?" And I was like, "No, because it was supposed to be delivered and you didn't. And I called earlier today, so what the heck?" And then she told me, "Well, if you ever have any issues, you can just call my personal phone. It's fine." I was like, "This is so weird. Like, I don't understand, but okay." I'm not gonna save this phone number and ever call it again, no matter what.
Look, this is Carol at Walmart. I don't actually work for Walmart. I'm a Walmart liaison.
Jesus.
Oh, it was so weird. Like, I don't know. If my groceries show up tonight, great. Like, I'm stoked because I was like pissed, that I spent the money, haven't gotten a refund yet, and I was gonna have to go out into the world and get my goddamn groceries myself. But you know what?
Evening, ma'am. This is Carol with the Walmart liaison delivery service.
She was like some teenager, and it was hard to hear her too. It was just a terrible situation.
It sounds about as bad whenever I bought a dishwasher for like $800, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, we messed up the order. It's not delivery, it's for pickup." And I'm like, "Well, the delivery is supposed to be for Tuesday. Y'all don't have any stock, so I can't take any today."
Who
And the
the
woman,
fuck can pick up a dishwasher?
I mean, I have a truck.
Yeah, I've done that.
I have a
before.
truck. I could have if they had it that day. I was
Damn.
actually gonna just take it home with me.
We'd
That's
back in my college years, they didn't deliver fucking big ass appliances back in them days.
Really?
So we would
Jesus.
like if you didn't have a truck, you found one. You said, "Hey, dude, I'll buy you a beer. Can we borrow your truck to go pick up a fucking fridge?" And he'd be like, 2 beers, and we'd be like, "All right."
Man, I feel like my dishwasher's hooked into the fucking water and the wall and perfectly in that space and shit. I would really like to be able to refuse that delivery if it's I guess I'd measure it, but Jesus.
No, they're
way out of my wheelhouse.
They're all
Yeah.
relatively the same size unless you get one that's obscenely large.
Right.
Most of them are relative. But anyways, one was like, "Here, whenever you go to come pick it up or whatever, just I'll write this down on a piece of paper and you give me a call." I was like, no, I just spent $800. I'm sorry, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I have definitely done that. And it seemed super shady, but turned out to be real legit. It was really just this. It was this old it was like a Mexican dude and a white dude who ran a fucking appliance repair business out of their metal shop. Like they had an actual metal shop business, and on the side they repaired fridges and washers. And I mean, they were fucking great fridges and washers that just needed a cooling pump replaced or some shit. And your official services didn't want to do none of that, so they'd sell them cheap, and it's great.
Well, it would have been different if it was a mom and pop store, but it was Lowe's.
Oh, fuck
Yeah.
Lowe's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's how I feel.
I'm not gonna
If
do
this was a
that.
mom and pop store, I wouldn't be like freaked
Yeah,
out.
but it's
like,
Walmart.
this is Walmart.
Yeah.
It's motherfucking Walmart.
It sucks too because I was like, yeah, I called customer care, and customer care tried to call your store twice and couldn't get a hold of anybody. Obviously, this is why, because they don't use their phones; they use their personal phones.
Well, ma'am, nobody's at our store.
Hi.
We're all working from home.
They can't afford a VoIP line, so they just require all of their business to be done personal phone.
Jeez, man, it's so sketchy. But God, I really hope they deliver that because I would like more food. That'd be great.
Sounds like they're making you a Walmarter over this.
Yeah, I guess.
We're gonna
I
get
don't know.
off
I
this-
try to be as distant as possible.
We're gonna get off this D&D game, and Pepper's gonna put on her jammies and her Uggs and head out to Walmart.
Mhm.
I have to have.
That's
like,
what you wear when
She's
you
gonna
go to
be
Walmart.
the typical
my
Walmart
pants
person.
Have to be too small, so my butt's hanging out.
Right,
you
of
know?
of course.
Clearly.
I have to have drool in my face. My
You-
hair's gonna be crazy.
Your shirt's too large, but somehow it's still see-through for no particular reason.
This guy Walmart.
I've been to Walmart a few times in the hours between 2 and 5 in the morning. Okay.
Yeah.
Peak Walmartism, right?
Dude, I
there.
don't think I've been to Walmart in like 5 or 6 years at this point.
I went to Walmart last week.
I went to one when I was in Florida. That's the first time I've been inside of one in a really long time.
I think I just don't have one particularly close, and I have everything else
But
close.
That was exactly the situation. I needed a PS4 controller because I lost mine in the move, I guess. And it
Yeah.
was either Walmart or Best Buy, and Best Buy is like 3 miles further down the road, so fuck that.
Hmm.
Well, Walmart's basically our only convenience store here, so
That'll do it.
Yeah, it's fine.
like it is in every city.
I mean, I feel
lot
like
of times,
we
yeah.
definitely didn't have one until I think until I left home. There were no convenience stores. There was a grocery store and fast food, and other than that, you had to drive at least 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
That's an authentic small town experience.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Bet they got a Dollar General now, though.
They had.
Y'all, welcome to Hutchinson, Kansas.
Oh, thank you.
How'd y'all like to hear about West Virginia, where we
Bless
ain't
your
even,
heart.
where we ain't even got
Oh,
a
well,
post
out in
office?
West Virginia, you know, you might be lucky if you drive up a holler and you find a gas station.
We're not even sure they get the post out there.
Some hollers didn't even know about very much about the outside world until about the 1950s when interstates went through. Mm-hmm. They've been out there for about 4 or 5 generations.
You know, they heard about 9/11 in 2011. They thought we'd done had a tragedy.
They don't even
No,
have
no, no. They're
running
still living
water.
in the 1970s. You're fine.
That's when the paperboy finally got out that their way. 10 years later.
He was 60 years old.
as
Running water.
as someone's hitting the report button on your stream, like you have this one person out of West Virginia. He's like,
Yeah.
"Fuck these people."
Yeah, I'll
We
see
have
what this is.
electricity.
I'm gonna listen in on this D&D
From
game. These
coal,
people seem
but we
real
don't coal
interesting.
mine anymore.
I'm using my fucking 2 megabytes of data a month to watch this shit D&D stream, and they're making fun of my state.
Hey, we just broke off from the Confederacy because we were anti-slavery. And now I gotta tune in and listen to this shit.
They even got a fucking girl on the screen. Girls don't know how to internet.
I don't.
Girls aren't even real on the internet.
Yeah, that's one of them damn near cross dressers.
Right.
Hmm.
And that's what happens.
All right, I just reported you.
Fucking, they probably think that the COVID's real. God dang,
Oh.
fucking hoax
Caused
ass
by
shit.
5G.
That's right, the 5G
5G.
virus.
Oh, God.
It is. It's the fucking 5 different G's gave me 5 different COVIDs last night.
You know, I heard there was 5 different strains.
You know, the liberal media won't tell you about that though.
That's right.
They just
I'm
want you to
dying
get
a
it
little on the
so that
inside
Obama
right
can be president again. That's what they want. And they won't stop till I can't even go to Walmart.
Hey.
Till Jeff Bezos has to
Brought it
just
down.
send me everything. Is the only. They don't want me to leave the house. So they made up the COVIDs so that Jeff Bezos could send me everything.
It's a constitutional right
Jeff
to be outside
Bezos.
the house.
Look, y'all, Jeff Bezos done added $20 billion to his fortune this year in the midst of
Yup.
COVID. I know this is the truth. This is right.
Yeah, it's because he's been manufacturing and selling the COVIDs.
That's what it is. He created the COVID.
Mm-hmm. Or he bought them from China.
That was people from China eating bat.
Oh, right. The bat flu.
He just bought them from China.
That's right. You know what he did? He bought the bats. He didn't even buy no China people. All right, we're getting a little
Tell
too
you,
racist
man.
here. All right,
Wow,
let's calm down. Hold on,
just
Nate.
being,
No, I gotta back
it's not
up
just
there.
racist. Like it's.
Yeah.
I mean,
problem is, like,
America makes
I have
perfectly
had these
good COVIDs
conversations.
here at home, and he goes to buy the Chinese COVIDs because they're cheap. We gotta bring our COVIDs back home.
Yeah, we got to produce them here.
Make COVID great again. That's it.
Yes. Oh.
So we're in winnowing reach, and I
So,
just crashed a birthday
You make
party.
it to the,
Yeah.
you're there. Ugly just
Perfect.
crashed a birthday party, and then fucking Homer Simpson melting into the bushes his way out,
Right.
and then
That's
Nah.
basically Ugla all the time.
Yep.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's trying.
presumably, given the opportunity, Genra went home to see her family.
Definitely, yeah.
Um,
I think she was gonna ask if everybody was staying with their family again, but you know.
I think only Ugla is going inside. I don't know if Resik and
Or
Lycus are going in.
Lycus, like if the offer is made, Lycus will go with again.
Okay.
I'd planned on going with Kendra. but
Okay, so-
if she doesn't invite me, then because of my lizard, I'm just gonna be like, well, okay, I'll go
She
to the end.
definitely
Then.
invites everybody.
All right. So party at Genra's house again, except for Ugla, who's trying to social distancing stealth his way across town.
Right. He says he'll meet up with you guys there later before we head, but he wants to check on the temple.
All right. So you guys head home. We'll cover that shortly. You make your way across town eventually. Find your way to the temple. Now what?
All right, I'm gonna waltz on in and open the door loudly. And just look around and see if anybody recognizes me that I can walk over and talk.
Yeah, one of your buddies, the attendants, is definitely around.
All right, cool. It's one of those things. There's like I know Banton's. I know from Resik that Banton's not there, and nobody knows who the fuck he is. But at this point, I don't know if anybody else, if everybody that I knew is gone, or how things work, or if people know me. Or
He spots you. Oh, hey, nice to see you back.
all right, it's great to be back. How have you been? And I assume I know his name.
Yeah, it's Franklin.
How you been, Franklin?
Oh, pretty good, Ugla. I mean, just minding the temple.
Cool, man. How's Tony though been? Still doing a good job leading us?
Yeah, man. Tony does he does a solid job. You know, he takes the people in who need it, helps those in need, gives them the the prayers and the best that they could get. I reckon. We recently had a small windfall, and we're able to expand our homeless services even.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Your old boy, here for your old boy Franklin, won at the festival. We got a little money.
Really?
Yep,
How'd the festival go? I'm sorry I missed it. It's the first one I've missed in 24 years.
it was stellar. We didn't do the barrels this year. It was the monkeys. The monkey chain. You remember that one?
Yeah. Usually knock somebody's arm off or two, but it's
Right.
exciting.
It is. I mean, couple people got hurt, but nothing permanent.
That's the games.
Did good. But yeah, your boy Franklin, I won, and we got ourselves a solid 20 golden pieces. And with
That's
that,
a lot.
Yeah.
Holy cow, that's as much as we would generate off of, cleaning and hauling services in years.
Yeah, that's we replaced the mats down in the hall with actual cots. We got some straw pillows and a couple of extras even, and some actual good solid blankets for the rare cold winters we get here.
Wow. Don't get too comfortable.
I mean, it's not like they're actually beds, but you know, it's a long ways up for people who've been sleeping in the dirt.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Maybe we don't need those, but yeah, those off the streets, it's a good comfort.
Hmm.
So just random question. Uh, do you know of anybody in the Tinders in town that you trust? I know they kind of make
Hmm.
themselves hard to find.
They do. You know, tenders aren't real folk for city life.
Right.
Uh, I think I saw some. I want to say a couple weeks back. Uh, come from out east ways. They, you know, maybe on pilgrimage or something. We didn't talk much.
From out east. That's cool.
Hmm.
Any chance they're still in town?
Could be. Like I said, that I mean, they didn't stay here, so if they were around, they probably wouldn't be in town. They don't really stay in towns.
Yeah, that's true. Do you know of any outposts nearby?
Tenders?
Yeah. I've
Uh,
heard there's the forest is on fire supposedly, right?
oh, I mean, it's not on fire, but there's definitely been some rumors of less than wild fires starting up out in the wood. Um, hmm. You know, I think there are probably several circles inside the wood proper, but I couldn't say I know where they are.
Yeah. Yeah, we're on our way to Alderheart, and I was hoping I could pop in one and say hello and just check on them. The tenders out in Ashburn are acting mighty weird. I wanted to make sure that whatever's going on to them wasn't happening to all of them.
Oh well, I hope I wish you luck. Blessings, Altus.
Blessings to Altus, friend. Take it easy. I'll head on over to Guinness.
Okay.
Party at Genra's.
Genra's house is the same party as last time. It is of course late, so you're you know the children are abed, but it's not so late that the adults aren't still up. You know, before making their way out. Um, Genra, you show up and your mother has some bad news.
No.
Great Aunt
What's
Margaret has passed.
I mean, she was quite old, so it's surprising that she, made it as long as she had, but did she leave anything behind that we could remember her by?
Well, we searched her clothes and you know some of her meager possessions, um, and we were pretty sure she was messing with us because you know she don't sleep, um, and so we shook her a little bit and kind of felt bad afterwards. um, you know, in an old chest in her room, we found some, I guess some like throwbacks to her priestess days. A couple of really old style vestments, um, and I guess some like some I don't know they might have been letters at some point, but I guess age kind of ate up the paper, and it looks like it's just a bunch of like smudges now.
There was nothing about her past. I mean, I know we'd not really known a ton because she wasn't forthgiving about information about it, but nothing.
Well, there were the priest robes and stuff, so that kind of validates at least that she was a priestess at one point.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know. I mean, you can go take a look. Maybe we missed something.
I don't know. I'm a little bit in shock, I think. Maybe I will, though. Maybe it'll be good for me. Get a bit of closure, something.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Sorry you weren't around to say bye, but you know we kind of always figured she'd just stop living at some point. She'd been alive so long.
Indeed, she was always talking about how she traded her. What was it? Her sleep?
Yes, yes. She traded her sleep to Altus, to Titan.
Yes. Well, thank you for letting me know. I guess it's going to be a little bit different of a stay, everyone. I don't know if you heard what my mother said, but my great aunt Margaret has passed away, so yes, I think I'm going to go to my old room tonight to sleep and try to handle this privately, if you don't mind.
Well, and
That's, of course.
I'm sorry to hear. My condolences. If you need anything from us, just let us know.
Thank you. I do appreciate it. And then she's going to walk away, and she is going to go, I guess, kind of look through Aunt Margaret's stuff before she goes to bed.
Make an investigation check. Of course. As is tradition, Genra takes all the good rolls of the party.
All of them.
So you root around in Great Aunt Marge's room.
Margaret or Margaret? Did I have it wrong?
No,
You called her Marge.
It's Margaret. I called her Marge.
Okay. You call her Marge. Got it.
Marge is a nickname.
Short for Margaret.
For
Yeah.
Margaret.
Genra loves calling her Marge. She's very fun.
So, Great Aunt Marge's room. You do find the like super old style priestess vestments, just like they said. And you see the pieces of paper that that your mother guessed were letters. There definitely was writing on them at some point in time, but it was probably like charcoal and has just rubbed off due to friction and time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just black splotches and smudges. After a good bit of searching, you do in fact find that the like chest or box where she kept those old priestess vestments had a false bottom. You lift it up and look inside, and in there you find some peculiar objects, I suppose. There is a it's not really a tome, I guess you might call it, just like a sheaf of papers that looked like at one point in time they might have been inside of a book but are no longer.
Mm-hmm.
There's a symbol of some kind inscribed upon like a wooden placard that you don't recognize. And there's a kosher keeps going in and out. Hold on. I'm trying to think of the word I want to use. Oh, I know what I'll do. That's what I want. There's a extremely ornate, though very small, painting. Maybe like 4 by 6, like this big at most. And it depicts a cricket upon a bed of rose petals on a field of sand, perhaps upon a desert, under a night sky.
Does this ring any bells to Genra?
Well, in what ways could it ring bells? What would you like to think of or attempt to recall?
I mean, did she ever say she spent any time outside of the broader Humblewood, I guess?
She never mentioned venturing beyond the wood.
Okay. Do crickets mean anything specific? I mean, like crickets.
They're very common insects.
Yeah. All right. Well, and that's definitely one of those items that kind of like is so unique.
Oh yeah,
that draws her attention,
oh, absolutely. Like I mean, those three things are they're hidden away in the false bottom of a chest. They're obviously of some
Yeah.
relevance.
Genra's definitely gonna consider that. And even though it's probably better if she doesn't, her curiosity gets the best of her, and she's going to take those 3 items with her and go to bed.
Okay. Everyone finds their way to the soft goose down floors of the Genra Gosling household.
As
Um,
Ugla walks in, hey, good evening, everyone. Where's Great Aunt Margaret? I could use a good story.
um, you walk inside. Most of it looks like everyone's pretty much headed to bed. The mother, the one who who accosted you last time, is looks like she's like tidying up the last things before she turns out the last puts out the last candle. You walk inside, and everyone's sleeping, and you ask that question. And she goes, "Marge passed just a few days back."
I'm so sorry to hear that. When people get of a certain age, it seems like they'll be there forever, and then they're gone in the blink of an eye. You have my condolences.
It's certainly a loss, and we are saddened, but that age certainly comes, but it also goes. There is a certain age at which you're just waiting to die, and Marge, I think, has been there for a long time.
She had a lot of good stories to tell, though. Did you write them all down?
No, I think some of those stories belong in the past.
Maybe so. Although that's Genra's legacy, right?
Genra's not becoming a priest of Titan, a priestess of Titan.
Oh, that passed. Okay, maybe not that. Which way to bed?
Pick a spot on the floor.
Thank you. Ever gracious host. Have a good evening.
You too. All right. Comfy night on the goose down floor. You awaken in the morning, feeling well rested, nice and soft.
Ugla's going to sneak outside before anybody offers him coffee, or before he awkwardly has to face anybody with how terrible that, terribly bruising that conversation was.
I mean, the coffee is another part of the now dead legacy, unfortunately.
Oh, well, he did not remember that.
Yeah. But all right, Ugla wakes early and slips out before required to participate in anything. Anyone else have any activities in the reach?
I want to go look around and ask around.
You're gonna find that damn lizard vendor.
Yep. I'm gonna find them.
All right.
Oh, so when you head outside, Ugla remembers the conversation you had. If you're looking to sell the lizard, you might want to try some of the shadier black market kind of people.
Oh, well, I appreciate it. You want to come with me?
Okay.
All right.
It's not usually my scene, but I don't want you to get in trouble or anything.
Lycus will wake up early and see if he can make breakfast.
Okay. As is typical for any household where there are guests, no one wakes up earlier than Mother. You wake up early trying to help with breakfast, and she's already halfway finished.
He'll ask to help the rest of the way and see if he can just put himself to.
Hey, we're here to drop off your Walmart. This is Carol from the Walmart Liaison Service, and we're lost. Did you say you live in New York?
Winnowing Reach.
You're
4092 Winnowing Rakes?
Winnowing Rake Street? Is that it?
My GPS can't find it.
Okay. So you guys, the two of you, head out into the market area. Roll me a perception to attempt to spot the lizard vendor. See if you can find him without having to ask around too much. Sure. With Rezik's help, or with Ugla's help, the two of you kind of wander about, and there is a particularly beaten fellow, man, like sharing space in one of the kiosks over there. You'd think he might look familiar if his face wasn't so swollen and lumpy, but it is.
Do you think it's him?
Yeah,
Ugla?
that's the dude you bought this from.
Yeah. Let's go
I
talk
don't know
to
if
him
he's
for a
gonna want
little
to
bit.
buy it back,
Well,
but I mean,
What?
Did Carol from Walmart Liaison Service?
Deandra from Walmart Liaison Services. She called to apologize because there's no Postmates available because they usually aren't open right now to do deliveries from Walmart, and so they all canceled when they received the ping, I guess. So I guess they're gonna deliver it tomorrow.
Oh, good.
supposedly.
okay.
But that was
Yeah.
like 12. That was 12 hours ago. What do you?
I know, and she
You
was
definitely-
like, usually I call sooner about orders, and I'm like, okay, well, you guys really messed up this time.
But
It
none
was
of us had a
so-
phone today.
Well, it's like they have a whole tracking thing, right? So it says like when the order's filled, when they complete the order and somebody comes to pick it up, they send you a tracking notification and say so and so is coming with your order. And then they say delivered when it gets delivered. And it said delivered,
Oh,
you know,
no.
and it didn't come. And I was like, this bitch stole my groceries. And
Yep.
this happened once before, like 3 weeks ago.
Somebody stole your
I'm like,
groceries.
I don't know what happened. All I know is they never came, just like today. It said it got delivered within like 4 minutes of saying it was on its way. And I was like, okay, well, clearly somebody just either dropped it off at a different place or they took the groceries. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I got a refund for that one. So I figured that was the same situation today,
Damn.
but obviously not. I don't know what the hell's going on there. So we'll see if they come tomorrow. I don't know.
Good times. So, you spotted maybe him. Now what?
We approach him slowly. Be like, and then when we get close enough to him, be like, hey, were you just recently in Ashboro?
Nope, I ain't never been to Ashboro. Nope, not me.
So you set up shop here in Winning Reach after they ran you out of town.
No, sir, because
how
I
did
ain't
things
never
go
been run
down
out
in
of town.
Ashboro?
Don't know what you're talking about.
Everybody knows. It's okay. I won't out you.
Nope, wouldn't me.
Oh, so you wouldn't be interested in a gecko?
Nope. Don't got a fondness for geckos. I myself, I'm a Spider-Man.
Oh,
You know of anybody that might want to buy a really brightly colored gecko? Kind of like you used to.
I ain't never sell geckos. I'm a Spider-Man.
What if we gave you 10% of the profit?
Well, I am a merchant, so I could assist you, of course. But I am a Spider-Man.
Okay.
so you don't recognize me at all.
Nope, ain't never seen you before in my life.
All right.
Oh. Hey,
Mm.
well, hold on.
Do you have anywhere we could talk more private than this?
Oh, sir, I'm trying to set up for the days of endings and wares. Can't be bothered.
Okay. So, hypothetically, if you weren't a Spider-Man and you did enjoy a reptile or two, let's just say hypothetically,
Hypothetically.
and you were to find us someone who was interested in buying one, even if it's not you, and we were willing to give you a quarter of the total sale from that, hypothetically, might that be something you'd be interested in?
Hypothetically, entirely in the theater of the mind, I probably could sell that lizard if I were to be a lizard seller, which I'm not. I'm a Spider-Man. But I am also an excellent merchant, so I could definitely sell a brightly colored lizard if I felt the desire or need.
Or, hear me out. Could
Or
I don't know if you've heard of this stuff called firebomb, but theoretically, if you know how to make it, could we make it with a lizard?
Wait, your question is, could you make firebomb out of lizards?
Not out of, hypothetically, not any lizard. A special
Oh,
type of
I see.
lizard.
I see. You're asking about the ingredients to firebomb.
Yes.
Well, I, being a Spider-Man, have never, in fact, made any firebomb. But if I were to hypothesize, I'd probably imagine that firebomb was probably made out of some sort of fire-like creature. When treated in a special way.
How about this? Hypothetically, how would we be able to treat it a specific way if we say gave you 35% of the sale?
Oh. Well, I do like making more money in hypothetical situations.
You look like you could use it.
Well, that's rude, sir.
I'm just telling you the truth.
Nevertheless, rude. Well, how about this? We split the hypothetical sale 50-50, and I will give you the entire recipe.
Sounds like a deal to me.
Sounds like a grand deal to me.
Excellent. He says, now have you got your hypothetical lizard with you?
Hypothetically.
Excellent. He leans over to his partner. Hey. Then he notices you guys listen, and he whispers, "Hey." Whispers to his bro there. The guy nods. Thinks about it. Nods again. Okay. The man reaches into a bag and says, "Now, if I were the type to buy hypothetical lizards out of hypothetical situations, I think I would want to do so discreetly, especially this far from the Scorched Grove. But if you would be so kind as to head behind my kiosk here and grab me some dry sacking. I've got 3 dry sacks in there, and I need 2 of them, and I think one of them's full of something, or could be. Just do me this favor. I'd appreciate it."
Okay. Do you have any idea how much gold we might be talking about?
Nope.
Depends on the seller.
Yep.
Could this be a same day transaction?
I think you'll find it's a very short term transaction.
I'm gonna look at it. Can I roll insight to see exactly what he means by
Sure.
that? Trying to figure out short term as in he's just gonna take this shit, or short term as in he has a buyer lined up.
Short term is in he either has a buyer or is planning on buying it himself.
Okay, that would have been very bold of him to be like, "I'm just gonna steal your shit."
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll give Rezik the nod and attempt to look nonchalantly at whatever bullshit he has sitting out on the counter.
And then I walked back there to grab said 2 sacks that he suggested.
Okay. What the implication was that there are 3 sacks, and they're all empty, but one of them shouldn't be by the time you return. He wants
Making a lizard sack.
Yes.
He wants
No.
you to put
Yes.
the
I
lizard.
understand.
Okay.
Yeah. So I go look at them, and then I'm and then it's in there.
Okay. You come back with 2 empty rough spun sacks and hand them off, and he shakes your hand and says, "A deal well done." And you feel like there might be something inside that handshake as it's passing its way between your hands.
Do I notice that?
Roll perception, and he will roll sleight of hand.
No.
No, you have no idea.
It would have been real funny if you rolled a 1 and just dropped it.
Still would have beat you.
Do you want me to also roll perception?
He's shaking
No,
your
you'd
hand,
notice
so
it in
I
your
hope
hand.
Yeah.
not.
Okay.
Uh, but yeah, so your hand comes away, and as a good natural merchant of all sorts of deals, you close your hand and immediately put it into a pocket where it belongs. When you come away from this deal, you'll find yourself 3 gold richer, with a scrap of paper that will describe the fixins for Firebalm.
It's fair.
It's pretty fair. I guess.
Are you gonna? Do you tell
No.
me about what happened? Because I definitely didn't notice it. As we're,
Tom,
as we're actually, you do all that, and I guess I would be like, so when should we see you again?
He looks at you like you're stupid. Then he decides to not be mean, and when you come back to the Reach, look me up. I might still be around, but I think I'm gonna call it a day. You should too.
will you possibly have any spiders then?
Yes, I definitely will be in possession of many spiders to sell, as a Spider-Man.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
like, when should we meet you to close our transaction?
I think you'll find it's already been closed.
I start to get angry, and I look at Rezik.
It's fine. It's close.
Oh, okay. Have a good day.
You too.
We walk back. As we're walking back, I tell him, hey, it was only 3 gold. I lost a little bit of money on that transaction, but
Oh man, I don't know if you did 3 gold. If you paid 7 for it, we don't have that stupid thing in our possession to get us in trouble, and you have a very valuable recipe. What all's in it?
let's
Is it
take
hard
a-
to make?
You check the recipe, and it's not. Well, most of the ingredients are not difficult, but one of them is pretty dangerous to procure. You need a fire corrupted creature.
Yeah, and you got to shave it.
Yep. You need to find any fire corrupted creature will do. He did lizards because they were the easiest and safest to catch. And so you kill the fire corrupted creature, and you let it dry out, and then its veins can be crushed and powdered, and will make them primary ingredient in Fireball.
Cool.
This is not going to backfire in any way whatsoever.
Nah.
If anything,
Well,
that
I was
gets
gonna-
his firebomb operation up and running again.
Well, I was going to actually think. I was thinking about Resic and his own internal.
Oh, us.
Well, now
Yes, it could definitely backfire for us if we try to catch a creature. Although maybe we kill one and just lug its body around and use it. It's not that bad.
Or hear me out. I go back and steal this.
He's
You
about to
definitely wouldn't
steal
want to
the
say that to
lizard.
Ugla.
Yes, till the lizard back.
Ugla would not be down with. And
Well, that's the
actually,
reason
if
why
you,
that's the reason why I was like, he was thinking internally.
I guess, well, I guess I shouldn't meta there, but yeah, I'll let you discover more about Ugla.
Okay. Well, now I gotta decide if I want to do that or not.
Well, all right. Any last actions in the Reach before we head eastwards?
Lycus will go check the village board to see if there's anything that's.
There is. There appears to be an opening in the town band. It sounds like there's a basket weaving course. There appears to be a governmental assistant position that's looking to be filled. And as always, the Slime Wranglers Union is accepting new Slime Wranglers. That's what you see.
Okay. I guess the only thing of note will be Lycus will probably mention to the group that that there's a governmental aid position open, but he doesn't know more about it. when he gets back to the house after cleaning up from.
Aid in what way?
Uh, There's-
Like beat up some monsters?
I think it's more of clerical, but I don't
Beat
mean
up some
the
paper.
Beat up paper. That's it.
Yeah, it could possibly. That's not usually what it means, but yes, possibly.
Go down there. Slap some books around.
That's right. Show him who's boss.
Hmm.
What book hurt you?
A bad one. Black tome. You wouldn't care for it. Hey, Rezik.
I might be
Sure like
interested
us the
now.
good news.
Well, check this out. I show him 3 pieces of gold and a piece of paper
Oh, the piece
without
of paper.
really
though.
explaining it to him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Piece
well,
of
that's-
paper has the recipe for Fireball.
Nice going.
Mm-hmm. We
And
sold
how did you
Fred.
ma-
and we got rid of Fred.
Yeah. 2 wins.
How did you get rid of Fred?
I don't talk.
Oh, the dude who was flogged fled to this town apparently. Bought it right back. Turns out one of the ingredients is a dead, corrupted creature. Guess he's gonna kill it and, make some ball.
Huh. This. Well, all right.
But I mean, how cool is that? Like, next time we come across a fire corrupted creature, we kill it, lug its body around, scrape off them veins, and we can make our own ball. Because we're gonna need it. There's a lot of them creatures out there.
Or hear me out. There's already a fire corrupted creature here. I could skedaddle back. This guy's already burnt half the city down once. What's it gonna hurt if we get it back and then we can make more bomb?
Is it illegal to own those lizards?
I mean,
I'm not a lawyer.
they don't like. You've been here a long time, and you've never seen a fire corrupted creature before heading to Ash Barrow. But the tone of things in Ash Barrow pretty much makes it seem like fire corruption's extremely dangerous. So it may not be in the written laws, but you imagine if the wrong people found out you had a fire corrupted critter, you'd be in trouble.
I think with it being so dangerous and unethical to own that creature, I could see us stealing it to kill it and use it to make more balm and put it out of its misery. But I also don't want to own it or deal with it.
Well, so if you don't want to own it or deal with it, I mean, this guy's already proven he may have had a bunch, but let's be honest, he sucked at what he did. He burned down half a town. We can also just let people know that he has it.
I suppose we could.
And then, the worst case scenario was, or we could just go by and instead of stealing it, we could just kill it. And then, then he's just forced to make the bomb.
I have many mixed feelings about this.
Yeah.
Most of them are not good.
Well, here's my question. Do you want Winnowing Reach to possibly burn to the ground? Because they aren't really well equipped to deal with the fire corruption.
I do feel like we just made a deal with them. And if we were to go take it so quickly, then it would have been a deal in bad faith. Maybe not.
Well, I'm not worried about the bad faith. We're trying to save the entire forest here.
From a problem
Maybe.
you caused.
Maybe he'll start making balm again and he'll be able to help people if something does happen.
Yeah. Let's say he's got a bunch of fire corrupted spiders because he's a Spider-Man now.
He did say he was a Spider-Man.
I'm leaving.
Yeah,
Let's run this
Okay.
by Gunner and see what she thinks.
I'll tell you what. I'm in to help out some locals and, make the most of our time, or move on. Whatever you guys want to do.
All right.
Ah,
Sidebar, Genry, you want to know what's in those papers?
Yes.
You start to peruse. They seem so like some sort of like really long form prayer.
Huh.
If you take some time and kind of really dig in, it seems like a prayer to Titan.
Got it. Something I probably don't want to actually recite.
Up to you.
I'm gonna go with that one.
Okay.
Okay. I guess she's just gonna wake up too and go try to find you guys.
Okay. You guys finish your little sidebar of adventuring for the market. You meet back up. Now what?
Kendra, I got something serious to ask. We got rid of the
Oh.
lizard.
Oh, you did?
Yes. But it's the same guy that burnt down half the city in Ashboro.
Oh. And you trusted him with this lizard because
We got the recipe for the fireball
that's
And 3 gold.
and 3 gold.
pretty good, but the risk of him destroying more places, people's lives. Is that really worth
So,
3 gold and some firebomb?
well, I wasn't thinking it really was. But figured we could do a cut there's a couple options we have here. I can either try and steal it back and we can make more bomb, go in there and just kill it. Or we could let people know that he has a fire corrupted creature and then the problem probably solves itself. I
So
didn't
what
really
you're
want
telling
to.
me is you've all turned to a life of crime, and you're planning on
not
doing
me.
deviant acts. Okay, Lycus is the only one with a clear conscience, but the rest of you have seriously gotten yourselves into quite the situation.
Hold on. First off, I kind of drug Ugly into this. That's not his
I
fault.
don't
He
believe
was
that
there.
at all. I'm sure he was part of this whole mastermind plan
We get rid of the lizard.
to get
Yeah,
rid of the lizard and
Lycus
cause,
Good.
didn't like the lizard. I can't
cause harm to the land.
The
I can't
lizard was
have somebody I'm
dangerous.
fighting with not be able to be near me. I mean, I need him to trust me. We gotta trust each other.
I thought you were going to change that lizard back into a normal being. What
Oh,
happened
that
to
would have
that?
been cool too. But this
Yes.
way was probably better for us.
How is it better for us?
We know how to make firebomb now. And we
Great.
have 3 gold.
Can you make
And
thousands of firebomb?
We could if
we
we killed
could,
something that was corrupted.
like
Great.
that lizard.
Okay. Oh, yes.
Or something bigger, make a lot of it.
Yeah, we're probably going to need to consider that since you've done something that puts everyone in this whole area in danger.
So, do you want to make them not in danger and just get the lizard back, or do you
I
want to
can't
just let
tell you
let
what to do.
let the authorities know?
I don't feel good about either of these decisions personally. I feel like you don't really understand the type of person I am, and it really bothers me to know about all this. So you know what? I'm gonna not remember this conversation. You do whatever you're going to do, and we'll go on with our merry day.
Okay, well,
Sounds like tacit approval.
yep, it's approval, and
Not
she
approval.
agrees. The
Very
strong
disapproving.
survive, and the weak should be pushed down.
Very unlawful.
Wonder if you could get it really sneaky.
I'll be honest, I don't really want the lizard back. If I do, I'm just gonna kill it right away.
Yeah, I feel like we should have killed it.
Yeah, I don't know why you named it. but I was just planning on profiting off of it.
Hmm.
But
I don't even
here
know
we
what to
are,
say.
and now we got the recipe for
Anyway,
fall.
I found these items in my Aunt Marge's stuff last night. So
You find her joke book.
it's not a joke book, okay? She was a very
She was pretty funny.
prestigious woman, okay? She was not out to be funny. She was living a very interesting life. So I'm just so fed up with this whole situation. I feel like you've put a cloud over us, and
By selling the lizard, did you really
Yes.
get that attached to Fred?
I wish we had never acquired it, and I really wish that we didn't have to do terrible things to manage what we've done.
What do you mean? How could you not buy?
You think
a
we
Fre-
need
when
to
you
steal
see a
it
Fred,
back?
how could you not buy one?
Because it's dangerous.
Drezek is very
There is
young.
no logic
He
in
felt the need
buying
for a
Vegas.
companion.
You
He
cannot
wanted a
reason with
pet.
them.
I mean,
Oh.
that's not that strange, is it? I'm sure you've had a pet before, Genra.
I have not had a pet,
No?
Ugla. No, I haven't.
We're roughly the same age.
Hmm. Have you ever loved anything?
Yeah. Do you even feel love?
I
Oh my god.
one moment, please. Ugla, Resik, please stand right there. Genra, please stay right there. I'm going to do a magic trick, Genra,
Oh.
and I hope you appreciate it.
I really hope it's very, very, very magical because I need
Yes.
something.
It's quite magical. He
Something.
pulls out his alchemy jug. He pulls out a pair of earthenware cups. He unplugs the freshwater the freshwater plug out of the alchemy jug, pours out what is very clean, clear water into each of the cups.
He's going to make you a pet.
Stands there, steps between Genra and Ugla and Resik, holding the cups, looks at the two of them, takes one step to the right, and then throws the water on Resik and Ugla.
Oh,
All right. Well,
look at
I'm
that.
going to get this thing now.
You're two
Okay, thank you
wet,
very much, Resik. Talk to you
unlawful
later.
Saps.
I think my brain stopped burning. Maybe that was the secret. Maybe it was water the whole time.
Yes, perhaps you should go drown yourself now.
Well, here,
Some
let me
water.
actually drink some. Yeah, it's really quite fresh. I purify it using my alchemy jug here. Yeah, take it. Drink it.
Oh.
See it.
Sure, thank you. Glug, glug, glug.
Anyway, are we going to stay in town longer, or are we going to go to Alderhot?
Oh, well, Blake has found some odd jobs we could do around to help people. We could maybe do that. Although,
I
feel like
am
the longer we
entirely
stay here-
indifferent.
I don't know. I feel like the longer we stay here, the longer something bad might happen. I'm not sure I like being in this town. Yeah, I vote to leave.
Considering that you've already sort of started bad things happening, and I do have family and friends here, I would prefer to get as far away from them as possible because it seems like you are. I don't know if bad luck is the word because you bring it upon yourself willingly, but you know, you're just bad news, I think, is what I'm trying to say.
Genna, if I may, for just a moment,
Okay.
No, I bring the good news.
I'm going to write a letter to the innkeeper in Meadowfen, and I am going to put a
Stanley.
few gold coins in there on retainer in case anything ever happens here, such that your family can go to Meadowfen
He's going to
and
steal
they
them.
have a place to stay.
That is very kind of you, Lycus, and I really appreciate how thinking ahead you are. So thank you.
You're welcome. They're very important to you. They need to be taken care of. And there's the means to take care of them in a place I believe is safe.
Okay.
Stanley is gonna steal their gold, and if something terrible
Uh-huh.
happens to this town,
If
they're gonna be in
you-
like a whole swarm of refugees, and there's not
I
gonna be enough
drank
room
with
for any of them.
I drank with Stanley for a year. He knows me. He knows that I'm going to be quite pissed and that I won't fix his Don, his I won't fix
That's true.
his sheath
I
for
guess you're a
certain
native.
activities ever again if he doesn't take my gold properly.
That's fair.
Uh,
We
Have-
should
have
we
you
should tell
ever-
her family that they can go there.
Have you ever upset a goose before?
I think I did last night.
Well, let me give you a slight warning. It will not be pretty. You must tread lightly now.
Me?
Do what?
Resica's already
Oh
gone,
my
by the way.
God.
I guess they haven't noticed.
Yeah, they're too busy talking. to
No,
each other.
we're too emotionally involved in this conversation.
Gamera just walks away, shaking her head.
Okay, so Ginner, did you want us to try and like take the lizard from the guy we sold it to?
Gamera looks back. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
She shouts.
Yeah, let's pack up and start heading east. Let's go find those bandits.
There we go. Everything is hopefully going to work out for the best. And scene.
Woo!
Okay. After all that
We've
work and
done
effort,
nothing.
nothing happened.
We've done nothing.
He wrote a letter.
Resic, you sneak your way back towards the merchant's stall.
Oh no.
You feel very stealthy.
But you're not.
Feel very stealthy, but I'm not.
You definitely feel very stealthy though.
do 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 do. You're definitely like humming that.
He's he's definitely Kronk singing his own theme song.
Yes. Do 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 do. Da da da. Do. Now stop. I make cricket noises. It's the middle of the night.
All right, you make your way over there. You think you haven't been noticed. Now what?
Think I. Well, if I don't think I'm noticed, I'm just gonna continue to attempt to steal this and try and get past everybody and hope no one notices.
Okay, so you slip into the area. You stealth your way up behind his stand, and you spot the sack where you had deposited the jar, but it looks empty.
I'm gonna. If it looks empty, I'm just gonna put my hand to the jar just to see if Fred tries to attack my hand.
There's no jar. The sack looks empty.
Oh, the sack looking. Okay. I want to grab the sack just to double check and just.
Shockingly, there's a lizard inside. No, it's empty.
The lizard is alive inside.
It's alive inside, just waiting there. You've got fire corruption.
So I walk around the front of it and, hey, about our transaction earlier, I actually wanted to double check on that and see. 'Cause we both kind of hypothetically know what happened last time.
Good sir, I can't say I've ever seen or met you before in my entire life. Hello, my name is Broyce, and I'm a Spider-Man.
I'm gonna roll intimidation.
Okay.
Be like, I'm pretty sure we've met before. hypothetically, if we don't see what's going on, I'll make sure that what happened to you hypothetically in Ashboro happens again.
He kind of cows a little, not looking to get beaten nearly to death again, and says, "Good sir," his attempted new accent starting to break. "I am a Spider-Man, and if I had made any hypothetical trades, I definitely would not have kept them alive, so as to prevent any further accidental fires."
Oh, okay. That calms my nerves up quite a bit more. Do you have any hypothetical proof of this critter being dead?
Certainly, sir. If you would like to look inside of this hypothetical pouch right here, he calls you to lean a little over the stand wall there, and he shows you a bag where he's got what looks like a lizard tail, and you can see it's been like ground or mashed at one end.
Okay. I take it at face value and hope for the best. And I guess it'd be what the guard that would be like the police there.
Yeah,
I'm guessing.
Telgar.
So I go to one of the guard and be like, "Hey, I was told that there was a fire corrupted creature here that these guys over in the stall had procured. They thought they were being pretty sneaky about it, but they weren't. I just wanted to let you guys know. I don't know if it's alive or if it's dead or what, but don't want any fire corrupted creatures here."
Well, thank you, citizen, for your good deed. We appreciate you and your efforts. A gold star for you.
Thanks, I guess, and I walk away rapidly to try and catch back up to my group.
Okay. You hustle up to catch up to the group and continue on your merry way outside of the reach.
Do I catch back up to the group?
You
or
do,
am I
you
just
find
too
them.
okay?
We wouldn't have
Alright.
left without you.
They're just
Well, it sounded like you guys were.
They're just outside the eastern gate, tapping their feet impatiently.
So I was actually going to ask Enra about the book earlier, but then I got the water thrown on me and I got angry and I walked away.
Okay.
I was like, I'm not dealing with this. I'm just going to go take care of it.
Okay.
And so on our trip there, I asked her about the book, and that was my history role from where me and Ugla studied in the West.
Natural
While we were there, I figured that I would have learned something about religions.
Okay.
You learned a lot about Altus.
You did learn a lot more about Altus, and a little bit about the local government and style of governing. So you roll history, attempting to learn something about what?
Well, I was going to say whenever I ask her about the book, if she divulges anything, that's what I was kind of rolling for. Hopefully,
so Genra, you don't have a book. You have the sheaf of papers. That's the long form prayer.
Right.
The wooden symbol and the painting. Mm-hmm. Those are your three objects. So, are you showing him the prayer?
I guess I'm just gonna kind of pull out all the things at once and just kind of go, yes, here are those things I was telling you about. I think I mentioned that my Aunt Marge had these items and they were hidden, and I just thought they might be some sort of significant items. I don't know. Do you guys recognize any of these things?
Unless it's Altus related, no.
It's not.
I say I don't know. Let me take a look. That's why I wanted to roll and see. If I don't, I don't.
I don't know if any of us have religion.
I don't know. Does anyone?
Or
have
would
religion?
it be?
Not trained, but I can roll it.
Yeah.
I know the bard can roll it.
Kenra can roll it.
Can Can I roll it?
Yeah, I guess Ginner knew about it the whole time.
If anyone is trained in either religion or history, they can roll.
Okay. All right. Well, then my
You'll take
roll
your
was used,
history
so I
for
couldn't.
everybody.
Even-
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so both Resik and Genra will recognize this. Genra, now that you've taken more time to look, it does, pings in your mind. The symbol on the wooden placard is a simple but like expertly carved. It's a singular wing with like feathered wing on one side and a crescent moon with 3 stars within the crescent shape. This is the primary symbol of Titan's religion. So this
yes,
placard
yes,
is probably her holy symbol from her priestess days.
I think I remember seeing this before. This must be from when she was a priestess back in the day. She was quite well known and very dedicated to her craft. And yes, this is I do believe this is the symbol for Titus.
Titan.
Titan.
Tyton. Titan.
Titan.
Oh yeah, I recognize that symbol as well.
She did say she
Was
made
it-
a deal with Altus, I believe.
No, it was Titan that she said that she made a deal with.
Oh yes.
She was telling us
It
about
was
that.
Titan. And that would
You'll
make
explain.
sense.
All right, so you'll explain that, and Altus is going to look at it and say, "Well, if it's associated with Titan, we probably don't want anything to do with it."
Altus looks down from on high and says,
I
"If
know.
it's associated with Titan." You said Altus instead of your name.
Oh.
My god
is a
looks
god now.
down from the underworld and says, "Don't."
I
Do
know
it.
Titan is the one who controls death. So I don't know where a follower of death would lay, but
I mean, Titan's not a controller of death. He's not a death god. He's a death overseer. He shepherds the souls into the land of the dead. He's known for his yes, he's associated with death, but like treating him like an evil god of death is not.
no, it's like balance.
Right.
So it's like he looks at it and just creeps him out.
Okay. Like he is in your religion. He is the opposite of the light and life, but only in the balance aspect, not in that he represents the act of dying.
So
Well,
Right.
yes, I guess if it's I don't know if it's going to give us any sort of protection, anything of that nature, but I figured I'd just take it along as something I can remember her by.
I suppose Margaret warded off death for a long time with these, so maybe
That
we
is
can do
very
the same.
True. Very, very true.
possibly, well, maybe we should find out more about it. It is from Titan, so
I am rather curious about this strange painting. I don't understand the significance of it at all. And I show
Maybe
it
it's
to
her
you.
old lover.
Painting?
A cricket?
Painting.
Yes, a painting.
You spot a masterful work of art on a small canvas, well preserved with a layer of some sort of oils. Depicts a field of sand or perhaps a desert under an open night sky, with a bed of roses and an ornately drawn cricket sitting atop them.
Almost certainly symbolic of something, right?
Yes,
mean,
indeed.
could be symbolic
mean-
or literal.
It could be a ritual. I don't know.
Oh.
I
So
don't
we
know
need to
why
find
you
a cricket
painted
and some
this.
roses and lay
No,
it
we're
out in the
not going
moonlight.
to do any of that, but it's very strange and
Lycus, you think about it and crickets and roses and deserts. Nah, doesn't really mean anything.
Okay.
Not to your nature roll anyway.
That's fine. Um, Well, then, just-
This might be more of a call for history, religion, or even Arcana.
That one.
Ah!
You
I
know,
guess
something about those three images definitely feels magical to you, but then you're smitten by how masterful the art itself is, and you forget.
Mhm.
I just feel like I could totally roll any of these, but it's just like
You're the
You
bard.
can.
I
You
don't
are
think she
always
knows
supposed to
everything.
roll.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
just don't think she would know everything.
It's not
you know?
about that you know everything. It's about how I phrase it. So if you like when a bard rolls a knowledge that they're not specifically proficient in, it's from bardic lore. So like this would be like you heard a song once from a traveler passing through the town, and these were the lyrics, and you're like, those lyrics.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well,
and you're proficient in religion, so and
So-
Arcana.
I was going with Arcana, but
You have heard of these three things used many times, in fact, in in like tales of adventure, in stories of young wizards and witches, where they saved themselves, they got out of a tight bind, they snuck past the giant, always in conjunction with a pinch of sand, the hint of like the roses, the scent of roses on the wind, or the gentle chirping of a cricket, always lulling someone to sleep.
thinking about it, I do believe that perhaps somewhere I did hear something about some sort of sleep related thing. And Margaret was definitely always talking about sleep. Perhaps this is some sort of spell or ritual or something to do with lulling someone. You see all these symbols?
Maybe she lulled Titan to sleep.
I that would be crazy, but I don't know. It's
As crazy as a woman that never sleeps. Maybe that's
don't know
why he
about-
took it.
I don't know about her adventures, so I have no idea. But this sounds like something you would do if you were in a very sticky situation, if you know what I mean. It's
Like covered in a bunch of slime.
no, not slime related. More so that you're in danger and you need something quickly to help you. And maybe somebody decides to use this in order to give them an advantage of sorts. I don't know. I've not heard a ton about it, but it does ring a few bells.
Okay.
Does slime sleep?
Mm,
I don't know.
I think y'all could be
I mean-
onto something.
You're the one that was in the slime games a whole bunch. So we figured you would know.
I've only seen them alive a couple of times, and it was only for a short time.
Okay.
They were killed quickly for their juices.
The juices.
Well, I think I will keep these things, and maybe we'll come across somebody who will know a bit more about them, and we can show them to them at that time, or maybe we'll need them at some point. I don't know. I did feel compelled to take them with me, and perhaps it is my Aunt Margaret looking over us.
Yeah, absolutely. They're cherished. I know she meant a lot to you, and those are some beautiful mementos.
Okay, so we march our way eastward. We enter into the wood, the proper wood, the humble wood surrounding Alderheart, the great forest that creates a living barrier into the capital city of the Humblewood. travel outside of the main roads is usually especially slow. The trees of this wood are exceptionally large, like 100 feet across, given like depending on their age. Like the Alderheart, the city, resides inside and atop one of these great trees. It is some 200 feet across and several more 100 feet tall. It's like the branches for the one of you who's been here several times, Rezik. You know that like the canopy of the Alderheart main city tree blocks out the sun. It is so thick, and it does so for a full square mile around the trunk. So 5,000 feet of branched foliage. Anyways, the forest itself, outside the main roads, like I said, difficult to travel, just because it's the forest is very thick, and there's not no roads outside of the mains. Back during the bandit coalition's like uprising last time, decades previous, they made a variety of homes and camps within the wood, and supposedly knew a lot of the eastern wood better than anyone else within the the kingdom. As we can see on the map, and as is kind of still rumored to be the case, the bandits who survived were run off and fled into the mountains to the east, where we see that bandit fortress is marked on the map. You come in from the west side, which is typically the safer side, since they've made most of their bases on the east. If there are foes to the west, it is either actual wildlife or the threat of fire starting from denizens of the Scorched Grove, or potentially slimes if you're in that southern sections. You enter into the Humblewood, into the forest surrounding Alderheart, and begin your travels. It is almost a week from Winnowing Reach to Alderheart, assuming you travel at a normal pace. There are a lot of like stops and starts. Sometimes this is due to other travel, other like small way stations or something like that. Every once in a while, it will be due to there's at least one major river that will pass through the western side of the wood, and some like. At the edge where the great circle of the wood kind of gives way to Alderheart's tree itself, there will be a variety of like lesser gates, just as like defensive stops on the way in and out. You travel the rest of your day in Winnowing Reach, or out of Winnowing Reach, and make it into the wood a little before nightfall. Resic, you've traveled this path couple dozen times throughout your lifetime. It's not a quick travel, and usually when you stop a place, you stop there for a while to sell your goods and take a load off from your travels. But as you kind of take the natural position of guide on this path, you find your memories of this are they're great. You know this path, you know how to walk it, you know where you're going, but what kind of starts to nag at you is that it's kind of like a lot of surface details and can't really remember a lot of major important factors, like and I'm talking about like things that impact your life, not just like the stuff. So you're like the path, exactly what's going to happen, where the crossings are, where the way stations are, you remember going this way 20 times. Oh yeah, you've done it a bunch. But you don't remember what Alderheart was like the last time you were there. You don't seem to recall what you were selling the last few times you were traveling through. It feels like you got muscle memory for this trip, but not actual memory.
Okay.
Whether you decide to share that or act upon it is up to you. That's those are things that Resic is aware of as these hours go by.
Okay.
At nightfall, 3 hours into past the border of the wood, you hear just up the ways on the main road what sounds like a cry for help. Ah! Help! Bandits!
I tell everybody to hey, hold on. Do we want to investigate this?
Oh, the bandits.
Ugla's
seem to be
already
gone.
headed in that direction. Absolutely. So he stops to hear you and says, "Of course, they might need our help."
Did you get
Well,
spooked by
hold
the
on.
bandits?
Before we go, let me sneak around and see what's going on before we do anything.
That's true. See if we can get the drop on them. Good plan.
Well, I just want to make sure, because it could be a cry for help and it just be somebody for nefarious reasons and it just luring us into a trap.
Yeah, but if we wait too long, they might die. There's no way they even know we're coming, right?
Well, somebody's crying for help. Why would you cry for help if you don't think anybody's around?
Maybe on a prayer that there is somebody that can hear you, and Altus has brought us to answer that prayer.
Hmm.
Could be,
I
but
don't think we have time to waste.
Let's
I'm going to start
do
moving,
this.
or you're going to start moving.
I'm already moving at that point, and I
Right.
try and move as stealthily as I possibly can.
Okay, roll stealth.
17.
Oh,
Yep.
that's your roll. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got it.
Gotcha. Yeah, you feel very stealthy. You run up there. I mean, it's after dark, so it's not hard to be well hidden here.
We're in the
run-
woods.
You are in the woods.
I have advantage,
Oh, nice.
but I have
do
heavy
as well.
armor, so
You
it's
do.
just a normal roll.
Right.
I have advantage as well, but
So you stealth up. You take a minute because stealth is a slower action, so you can't really run. But you hurry forward as best you are able. What did you just do, dog? You throw my phone on the ground? You did, scumbag dog. You hurry as best you're able, and you run up on what looks like the end of a bandit encounter. You see what like several torches melting off into the woods to the south, or to the north. Yeah, to the north. And the fading cries and like one last yelp of a female voice before what sounds like it's been muffled.
can I see what's going on, or is it just as I get there, they're already leaving?
They're on their way out. You see several shadowy figures in the dark moving beneath maybe 3 different hands holding torchlight. You can probably spot the struggling woman who's like being held or dragged, and you heard her cry like a couple more times before it went from like
Okay. I stealth away just enough distance to where I can actually be quick going back to my team or my group or my friends.
So you back up stealthily.
Can I meta about rangers real quick?
Can you?
It's not going to change my decision now. I've already said it. So,
Okay.
Well,
but I can
your
definitely learn.
This is your first game, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So you could put Hunter's Mark on one of them and track them. Even because they're going to be moving away in the darkness.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I didn't.
That's
I'm
an
sorry.
important
I
thing
didn't know
to
that.
learn, right?
Well, yeah. Well, it's a learning experience, and my apologies for being.
The only reason I know
Ranger.
that is because I did a ranger.
Okay.
Like I'm other than that, I'm in the same shoe.
I will allow you a 50-50 roll to see if your character would have thought of that.
Cool. See, because that's to be a ranger and a tracker, you'd know, right? 50-50. That's
yeah.
fine.
So what? A 1d2?
You can do D2 or just any even number. It's fine. We'll go with high number means you thought about it. A slash.
Thought I put a slash. My apologies.
You did
I
not
need
think
it.
of it.
An idiot Resix.
Yeah, you were too taken aback. Yeah, it's been so long since you even had to use your ranger skills. Yeah, they melt into the night. You back up far enough that you think they won't hear you, and you break stealth and run back to the party.
Guys, it was when I found them. Maybe 4, maybe 5 guys. They're getting away. If we want to try and hurry and catch them,
Oh,
they have
damn it!
torches.
I knew
but
it.
We
Starts running.
saw, but it didn't seem like they were hurting the girl. It just looked like they were dragging her away. I
He's
would assume
running
that they're going to do
in
other.
that direction.
Right. Ugly just runs forward, loud as can be.
Clanging and clanging.
Clang, 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 clang.
His sense of duty.
Yep. Ugly, you have no idea where you're going or where to stop. You don't.
Night vision, heading in that direction.
But he had to, like, if he stealth 30 seconds forward and then 30 seconds back, that means that they've got a 2-minute lead into abject darkness.
Yep, he's looking for tracks.
All right, so you run forward an amount of time because he didn't tell you where they were, and you start looking around. Where are they? Oh.
I mean, if there's like a bandit attack and a sign of struggle and stuff like that.
That's the question. Is what
Could
could
be
you
some
find?
signs, right?
You don't find any tracks, but you do find a little ways beyond where Rezik went, because Rezik stopped where he saw them. What looks like the ruins of a hand-drawn cart.
All right.
Like a 2-wheeled rickshaw, but not meant for carrying people.
So he'll see that and look around and try and figure out where they.
You can definitely tell there was a struggle here. The cart's been smashed up. Whatever goods were inside have been taken, and you see like scuffs in the dirt and sand and dirt to indicate struggle might have taken place here. But after the struggling ended at this particular scene, you don't see any particular like boots or drags that would indicate where they went.
All right, so he's gonna stand there and wait on Rezik to catch up.
Party, what are you up to? Rezik came back. He started saying, "Oh, they've got her," and Ugly just took off.
Again,
Ah,
Rose,
shit.
kind of
I talk with them, and I'm like, okay, well, let's go to the place where I saw them at. Hopefully, we meet up with Ugla.
Hey,
He
you
hasn't
said
gotten
we
too
could
far.
catch them, and he ran for it. It's not like you weren't making time of the moment.
It's true. So a couple moments later, the three of you hustle up. You don't see Ugla because he had to continue down the path to find this cart. Rezik, you find the spot where you saw them, and Ugla's not there.
Well, I mean, can we really do anything at this point?
So Ugla can't tell which way they went, so he starts walking back from the car, wondering where the group is.
Well, Ugla, you spend 3 to 5 minutes investigating the scene, trying to, track them.
And I'm like, well, if I could see, I could track, but I can't really see too much.
Yeah, because you don't have night vision.
Yeah.
So you head back to that spot. I mean, there are of course footprints here, but they're, this is a primary road, so of course there are footprints.
Yeah.
You don't see the fires. You don't see the torches. And Ugla is also missing.
Should we go back to our stuff and wait for Ugla? Or I don't know if we should really go after these people.
Let's put our packs away. They may have scavengers who come back through afterwards.
Yeah, I agree. We should definitely. Without Ugla, I mean, the best we can do is set up camp. I can't really stealth it or cover it up and stuff, because then he would never be able to find us. So I guess we go back and then we kind of go back to this area, and we can either wait or we can set up camp.
All right, so you guys hustle back, grab your excess gear that you dropped in case you were going to be in a fight, and come back to this spot right about the time Ugla's on his way back to find you guys. You bump into each other for good, convenient plot purposes at the spot you saw them with the torches.
There's a broken down cart up ahead. Is that where you spotted them last?
No, it's right here.
This area?
Yep.
Which way did they go?
North.
North. And he looks north. Does it look like there's anything followable there?
You turn north and you spot For same answer. There are tracks, of course, but hundreds, if not thousands, of people walk this way all the time. So they're not really distinguishable. If you step off the trail and start walking around in the woods, the tracks will thin, but it still seems like a lot of people have traveled this way. This area, the wood itself, doesn't see a lot of heavy rainfall, stuff that would really like wash out, signs. There's light rain that makes it through the foliage, but not so much that it would like flood the mud and actually move it around. So there's tons of tracks, if you look hard enough, but some of them are very old. If they headed north from here, they would have had to go a particular direction, you think, and if you'd like to try and find them in that way, you could roll survival again. It's too dark. You might have better luck in the morning when there's a little more light, because you're looking at the ground and you're in a black and white, kind of dark vision kind of scene. Maybe with some light filtering through the trees, maybe you'd spot something. Maybe scrape on a tree that you can't see right now or something.
So I said if he wants to try and look for him in the morning or continue on our way.
I feel like our hesitation destroyed any chance of rescuing the poor woman.
I'm sorry. I figured with the increased activity, it would be better to play it safe, even at the risk of somebody else. It's better than us.
I just feel bad.
Remember, the strong will survive.
Doesn't mean you can't try to help each other. Because, everyone's weak at some point. You have to be given a chance to grow strong. No one's born strong.
Right. This could be their chance. So if we want to go find them, if they hold out, is that they're strong. They're strong enough to survive it until we get there.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. A bit dark. Speaking of dark, I can't see. Normally I'm pretty good at this stuff, but I can't see anything about it, which way they went through there. There's just too much traffic and it's just too dark.
Do we want to make ourselves a target, light a torch?
No.
Okay. What about you guys? Isaac, can you see anything?
I can see out a little ways, but I don't know enough about this place, and they're gonna have the advantage of the land here, so I can't really offer anything here.
So
Okay.
are we making camp, or are you moving on?
Do we want to keep moving since we're literally where somebody got attacked?
Make a camp somewhere nearby.
Let's go check out the cart, see if we can find any clues about who got attacked. But mark this spot. We'll camp out nearby and head up there in the morning and see if we can figure out who it was, what happened, and see if we can help them.
Sounds good.
All right, that works for me.
Cart's over this way. I'll show you. So I show them all the cart. Ginra, I know you're really good at spotting stuff. You see anything that might be able to help us figure out who was attacked? If there's anything left?
Tell us
what we might know.
see.
Yes.
This dark.
I was gonna say I don't think she has dark vision, so probably not much.
Oh. Excuse me. He lights a torch.
I don't know what I would even look for. This is not really my sort of situation. I haven't been in many scandalous fights or anything like that.
He starts to light the torch and she says that, and he doesn't light the torch and says, "Oh, well, okay. Let's just go to bed."
Quality. Quality safe. I love it.
Okay. you guys make camp here or nearby this this burgled cart.
Let's get off the road into the woods a little bit, find some place that seems like a safe, and get ready for bed.
Yep. I make sure that the camp is fairly well hidden, as well as I'm going to put an alarm for enter and exit, excluding everybody in the party but Ugla, and I'm going to make it an internal alarm so I don't wake everybody.
You will wake up if anyone else or Ugla passes through the barrier.
Yes.
Okay.
That seems like a good idea.
All right. All right. You'll settle down for sleep. Roll survival to hide the camp.
Oh god.
With advantage.
Seems very
with
well
advantage from Ugla. Come on.
Well,
One more.
I was gonna say my favorite environment is the forest. I don't know if that gives me advantage or not.
I don't know if it does it, but Ugla's assistance does.
Okay.
So you can roll one more time.
We might not be able to be surprised in your favored terrain.
Might be.
It's either while traveling or while sleeping, though. I know it's while traveling. You can't be surprised. I don't know if it extends to sleeping, though.
Yeah, let's look. Natural Explorer. Difficult terrain doesn't slow your group. Overland travel. Can't become lost except by magical means.
When he makes an intelligence or wisdom check related to his favorite terrain, your proficiency bonus is doubled if you're using a skill you're proficient in.
So he gains expertise in survival when making that check.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. So you get an extra 2 on that 11, which gives you a 13. All right.
Pretty good.
I mean, no matter the result, you always feel like it's very well hidden. Just whether that's actually true or not.
Yeah.
So you hide the camp. We will assume you setting watches because you're all smart people. And we'll pick up here next time when you guys get ambushed in the night for sleeping right next to a bandit encounter.
No, we moved away from it into the woods.
Yeah.
A good ways.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if we travel like 30 minutes. It's still going to be relatively near it.
I mean, 30 minutes is a good distance. That's that's like 1,000 feet. Actually, no, that's more than a mile. Like
30 minutes is like a mile and a half.
Mile and a half at a like a medium walking pace.
Yeah.
But I guess there's just so many bandits.
No, like you said, you guys moved off the road near the cart. That's you're 50 feet into the woods, 100 feet into the woods.
Come on, guys.
Like you had your opportunities here. Like, all right, so you're gonna camp next to the burgled cart. Let's move off the road a bit. All right, okay.
Yeah, just not
You're
far
still
enough.
next to the burgled cart.
You're still pretty close to a burgled cart, and given the proximity and the loudness of Ugla's run, it's not unlikely that you were heard.
Absolutely.
So, likelihood of bandit encounters in the night, very high.
Okay, cool.
Anyways, we'll find
maybe
out.
Maybe they'll be nice bandits.
Maybe they will. Maybe these will be Robin Hood and his band of merry men.
Anything's possible. Maybe it'll be bandits looking for those other bandits that just kidnapped that lady.
They're trying to muscle in on the bandit turf and bandit turf war.
Yeah, so we throw in with the bandits with slightly better ethics.
Yes.
Anything is possible, or we just kill them. Anything is possible.
Could be any of those.
We become the worst people then.
Are we the bad guys?
Ugla could be a very confused bad guy.
He could. Ugla could definitely be convinced to be a very confused bad guy.
Little do you guys.
We're the bad guys all along.
Y'all are wonderful.
I mean, Thursday game, you guys were definitely going to be the bad guys. The game with Tyler and Lauren, you were 100% going to be the bad guys.
Oh, yeah. To be fair, though, like, they all had that streak. I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, me and Pepper's characters were just, like, definitely ready for blood.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, you are who you are. Okay?
Anyways.
You gotta be true to yourself.
Mhm.
Y'all out there on the internet, we appreciate you hanging out. We hope you had a good time. We'll see you next Tuesday, assuming everybody's around. Thank you, players. You're all so amazing and wonderful. I hope you have a lovely weekend.
You too.
Goodbye.
Night.
You don't need a killer, dragon for me. Ooh.